What's good? All right, let's chop this boxing up. What's going on, man? Hope y'all miss a lot of y'all missed that Sunday show we did, man, but we probably gonna just redo it today. Talk about this weekend of boxing. Love boxing, man. Love boxing. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me move this down a little bit. Get that light out your faces. Sip on this coffee on this fine Monday morning. What better way to start your week than to talk this boxing? What's going on, Mr. M Pride in the building? What's happening with you? Say good morning, Foxy family and Fannon. What's good? Adrian Vin in the building. Salute to you, King. Wayne Jones, what's going on? Shout out to Atlanta. Love how you start that conversation. Said blessings up from ATL. The Atlantean man said, peace, Fannon. You know it. Canelo gonna duck like Benavidez trying to serve him an indictment. Hey, man, you know he about to say, hey, man, I'm telling you, I did this video yesterday. If y'all ain't check out the video, check out the video. I did a good one. Didn't get a lot of views, but I'm telling you, man, his Jose Benavidez daddy told the truth. He was, you know, he sounded like he didn't want to get beat up by the mob. He didn't want to get beat up by the Canelo mob, but he told the truth on that, man. I'm telling you. Every time y'all start acting like somebody's undefeatable and how, you know, nobody can touch him. Look at all the great accolades he's got in his career and all of that. You forget it takes a lot of time and a lot of work to build up them accolades. And all that time and all that work, your body's wearing down. And one day, no matter how many juicy fruit sticks of gum you eat, and what's in your juicy fruit, what's in your tea, what might be in that hamburger, no matter how dedicated you are, after your miles, you done use your miles up on that mug, your miles is used up, homie. You better, and ain't no reincarnation in boxing. You ain't getting no new body. So, Jose Benavidez told the truth, man. Told the truth. Dwayne Jones, I got Dwayne Jones, man. Alfonso Lambeer in the building. What's like, as in Bill Lambeer. Time for my morning talkie. The best part of Mondays. Shake, hey, man, thank you, man. The best part of you need to improve your Mondays, man. Juan Colano in the building said, I don't want Canelo to fight Benavidez or Andrade. These two are not here for a payday. Oh, yeah, he said you don't want at least Juan, at least you admit it. I like that about you, Juan. You tell the truth. You're like, I don't want to see the fight. I don't want to see it. Yeah, you know, because I don't want to see Jerron Ennis, Errol Spence. I'm going to tell you, I don't want to see the fight. I will stand in the way of that fight. I'm going to start lying on people, say I don't want to see that fight. Jerron Ennis doesn't deserve the fight. He hasn't done enough. Because I don't want to see that fight, bro. Oh, my God, man. I do want to see Jerron Ennis versus everybody else, though. Everybody else, but that Errol Spence, Jerron Ennis make me nervous about anybody, man. That dude that dude's gotta make you nervous. Viva tu Vida in the building says, salute Martin, ready for this conversation like always. You know what it is, man. We chopping it up. Hit that like button on the way in, man. We got 80 people in the building. I'm checking in the way in. All right. We got 81 people, man. Come on, man. Get the 81 likes, man. I need the 81 likes, man. Help the algorithm, man. Help the algorithm. A Texas OG in the building. He say, what's good for Nine and the chat? What it do? It do, man. Great night, great weekend of fights, and we're going to talk about them, too. Texas OG said, man, that Mugia-Rosado fight was an entertaining fight. Yeah, it was. I went back and watched it. Man, they were throwing them hands, man. They were throwing them hands. I'm going to tell you, though, nah, homie, on Jaime Munguia, bro. Jaime Mugia has gotten better. He's gotten better, but that dude, that is a warrior, man. He ain't going to have a long career fighting like that. But that boy right there, he's gotten a lot better. He don't want no Jermall Charlo, though. He's going to get hit with something. He's going to get hit with something big, but he's a big old boy, too. But Rosario, I don't know what you really get from beating Rosario, man. Everybody's beating Rosario. And Rosario cannot resist a slugfest, and he really don't hit that hard. You know what I mean? But, man, that was a very, very exciting fight. I'll tell you the fights that were exciting, man. For me, was that the DAZN card. I loved every second of that DAZN card, man. I am so happy for Alyssa Baumgartner and Kiko Martinez, man. Kiko! I'm amped for Kiko, bro. Let me slide down here, man. I see somebody donated to the chat, man. Looking out for a brother. Thank you very much, man. He said, Canelo will only lose if someone go in there swinging like they want to knock his head off. We might need to bulk tank up. What's going on, man? Much love in that super chat, brother. Oh, you know it. Oh, man. Hey, you know what, man? I'm going to tell you, K1. And after I ask y'all to hit the like button, because I know y'all sliding in here. There's 100 people in here, man. 44 likes, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Yeah, man, he did. Gervonta Davis actually said something, Kawan. Said something. And was like, look, man, I'm like Canelo Alvarez, but a smaller Canelo Alvarez. And people jumped on him about it, man. I'm like, dude, why don't you see that? I mean, he is. He fights a lot like Canelo Alvarez, but in a miniature frame. Same thing. Short, stocky, very good at beating up taller guys. Will get on the inside. That's what's up. Oh, yeah. Hey, I hit the like. I got the gumbo for you. That's what's up. All right, will do. Will do, Marge. Will do, Mrs. Blackwell. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, Mrs. Blackwell, and all the other Blackwells out there in the world. Yeah, man, he fights he fights you very, very pretty, by the way. Very, very pretty lady. Love that picture. Yeah, so Gervonta Tank Davis does fight a lot like Canelo Alvarez, but they acted like he was bananas for saying that. Seems like the same type of guy to me. What's going on, Marlon? We got the pro in the building. What's going on, Marlon? So Icy Sims, man, hit that like button, Marlon. He said, I hit, oh, you did, while the ad is running. Much love, heading to the gym. That's what's up, man. Man, got to get your take, though, before you go, bro. Who you got, Terrence Crawford or Sean Porter? I knew you was in, and you better say Bud, Marlon. Go ahead and tell me you think Bud's going to win, because I know you were in that camp training with Bud. That's what's up, man. Really good to see you doing them things, Marlon. That's what's up, man. Congratulations on getting in that training camp. That's what's happening, man. Steven said it's Rosado. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what that is? He said it's Rosado, not Rosario. I mean, you know, my bad. I was thinking of what's her name? The black and Puerto Rican girl from the actress Rosario Dawson. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Rosario Dawson. Sorry, man. Gabriel Rosado, not Rosario, man. Sorry about that. Rosado. Amador Valentine said, what will happen with Canelo and Gennady Golovkin rematch? It's not going to happen. And then the same thing, except for maybe Canelo may get him out of there. But honestly, I can't tell you, man, because I haven't seen Gennady Golovkin fight in a while. I know he's coming back against Murata, but I just haven't seen him fight. I haven't seen him fight in a while. Chop money, chop money. Said, Fannon, what's good, broski? How are you, man? I am wonderful, man. I had a really great weekend of fights. I'm talking on the live this morning. I feel good, man. Miss Blackwell got gumbo for me. So how can life not go better than that? D Garcia said, Crawford, that's what's up. William Smith said, I'm going with Porter for the upset. You putting money on him? Okay, there you go. Marlon said, I got Bud. I don't see Bud. I don't see him KO Bud, but this fight is about to be fire. Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. We get a real fight, a good fight. But Windy City Assassin in the building said, good morning, Fannon. I see what you're saying about Tank, but Tank has more all-around skill. Let me say, Windy City Assassin, I don't know if he's got more all-around skill. I think he's got more all-around talent. I think he's got more talent than Canelo. I don't know if I wouldn't say he's got more skill. Hey, man, look, we got 132 people in the building, 81 likes, man. Hit the likes, man. Hit the likes. And my man Giovanni Walker in the building. Thank you, man. Much love in that super chat. Thank you for the support. Thank you for continuing to make the channel rock. Like, everybody hits the like button. Said, Fannon, good morning. The fight of Davis versus Benavidez. Davis made me a fan. Did great on 2 weeks' notice. He's a warrior. Yeah, man, he did. Oh, man, he got beat up bad, though. I mean, whoa, he's a tough, gritty dude. And, I think he may have benefited from the fact that it was 2 weeks notice because Benavidez probably didn't have as good a game plan for him, right? Because he said that he didn't know the guy was going to go to the body like that. He said if he knew the guy was going to the body, he probably would have worked his jab more and had a better game plan for how to beat him. So, I think a lot of that could have been just the fact that he didn't know who Kyron Davis was and didn't know what he was doing going into the ring. At least that's what David Benavidez says, man. But David Benavidez is a beast, man. David Benavidez ain't on that NBF stuff. He's on that I'm beating everybody up stuff. And I certainly hope he gets that fight. That honestly, man, I want to see him fight. I want to see him fight Canelo more than I want to see Charlo fight. And I came to that conclusion this week. Like, I know that it's the right thing for him to fight him first, but I really do want to see that fight first, man. And honestly, I think that Benavidez may have a better chance to beat him. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And here's the thing. If Canelo Alvarez does beat David Benavidez, he may not come out that fight the same. Because he's going to get hit. That's going to be a fight, bro. That's going to be a lot of punches exchanged. And Canelo's going to have to work at a rate that he's not used to working at. So that's where I'm like, hey, man, if that could take a pound of flesh out of him, man. He said, Southern T-Bot said, nah, he's average. Yeah, he may be average, but he's got a lot of heart, bro. He's got a lot of heart. And he went in there to win, man. He wasn't playing around. He went in there to fight. He went in there to win. And it is what it is, man. Romero Harris said, okay, please explain talent versus skill in boxing for the casuals. Oh, yeah, no worries. Talent is what you are born with. It's how fast you are, how quick your feet are, just your natural ability that you get from God. You know what I mean? Like in order to be a track athlete, you have to have a certain amount of talent. Like, you have to, in order to be a guy that winds up getting to run in the Olympics, you got to be a guy that can outrun everybody on your corner in church shoes. You know that guy? The guy that you just like, God dog, he doesn't have to try hard. You know what I mean? Like, he's just the fastest kid in school, or he's just big and just strong, right? That's his talent. And that's the mold that you're given by birth. So what I would say with Canelo Alvarez is a talented fighter. He does have a lot of talent. He would never get as far as he got without being talented. But Gervonta Davis, I think, is more talented versus the things that you learn and the experience that you get. Skill is the technique that you have and the experience that you get and the knowledge that you get from outside of yourself, right? Nobody is born knowing how to throw a proper hook, knowing what punches counter what punches. Those type of things you learn in the gym. So the skill of the things that you learn in the gym, talent is what your mother and your father give you. There you go. So what I would say is that Canelo Alvarez is from what I can see, is probably more skilled than Gervonta right now. Maybe more skilled. Definitely has more experience, right? But I think Gervonta Davis is more talented because his hand speed, it's like Jaron Ennis and Jermall James. If you ever watch Jermall James fight, Jermall James is skilled. Jermall James is just missing some talent. Because when he can do what he wants to do, he knows what to do, but he just can't do it as well as some other people can do it. You know what I mean? Think Michael Jackson and Tito Jackson. If you're familiar with the group, the Jackson 5 or the Michael Jackson had all the talent. Tito could play a guitar and knew how to dance. Tito knew how to do everything, or Marlon knew how to do everything Michael could do. But Michael did it, and it was just a lot better anytime he did it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between talent and skill. So, like, for example, I got a skill I got to work on. Hitting the like button. Hit that like button, man. We got 203 people in the building. Y'all can hit that like button, man. Hit the like button on the way in, man. Texas OG said, Chad, I have a question. Y'all think Bud will drop Porter? I do not think so. But he could. I don't think so, though. I don't think he's going to go to war with him like that, or he's going to go to sleep like that, because Arrow was pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing for that knockdown, and he went to sleep, and he got a little confident on Adrian Bronner, And Adrian Broner hit him with that. Adrian Broner hit him with that hook. Was like, get down. I like Adrian Broner for that, man. That's what's up, man. Bevo Boxing in the building. What's going on, man? Say, what's up, my brother? What's up? Excuse me, Martin. What's up, brother? How long will Tank be on the flat-footed Mexican tour? I think for at least 4 more fights. About another 2 years. But he's going to have to fight, man. I mean, it's coming to that point. He's only going to be able to milk it for so long. And at a point, maybe how many fights Tank got? Does Tank have 30 fights yet? Let me see. I don't think Tank's at Gervonta's at 30 fights yet. And he's fighting twice a year. Gervonta Davis, how many fights has Gervonta got, man? 25 total fights. Yeah, so he's got 25, about 5 more fights. About 5 more fights. And about 30 fights, I think he's going to run out of that stuff. I don't think he'll be able to do it much longer than 30 fights. Because he's going to beat all of them up. And he's going to get ordered to fight. Like, for example, if he was to fight Riley Romero, more than likely, he would have had to been ordered to fight Teofimo Lopez. And if he gets ordered to fight for a championship with that secondary belt, a WBA secondary belt, and he don't take that fight, he's going to have to take that fight. Otherwise, that's just terrible. My man Juan said you can't beat a roided Canelo on the scorecards. Look, man, hey, don't be surprised, man. I'm telling you. You can if you beat him bad enough. Hey, Abdullah Brooklyn said, Fannon, I'm about to do a wrench, right? Are you? Yeah, Abdullah. Yeah, come tomorrow for sure. I see you tomorrow. You wrenched up. I like wrenches, man. Don't abuse the wrench, bro. Abdullah, don't abuse the wrench, man. But we do like the wrench family in here, man, for sure. Ryder Prophet in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Said blessings, peace and blessings, King B1. That's what's up, man. Thank you so much. And also, y'all, hit the like button, man. We got 246 people in the building, 110 likes. Hit the like button, man. D. Garcia said, Benavidez inside game is crazy. Benavidez uppercut, jab, reach, and relentless pressure will dismantle Canelo. See, that's why I'm saying he may come out that fight not the same, bro. Oh, actually, thank you, Gregor X. Like and share the content. Please, man. Definitely share the videos, bro. Help me get the videos out. If any of y'all watching, help me get my videos out. That's what I really would appreciate your help with. And hit that like button, man. That really does, it helps, man, because it shows that people are engaged and enjoy the live stream, man. FSOKC. Oh, let me back up, man. I don't want to. Yeah, D Garcia. Let me talk about what D Garcia was talking about. Yeah, that's why I'm saying if Benavidez fights Canelo may not come out that fight the same. That is a fight where he's going to have to fight. And ain't no going to be walking up to him. He ain't going to be having to cut off the ring and do all that with David Benavidez. With David Benavidez, he's going to have to beat up David Benavidez in a war. He's not going to be able to avoid that, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause in order to outclass David Benavidez, he's going to have to become an outboxer. And I think the days of Canelo outboxing, if there ever was a day of him outboxing, I think that those days are over with. And that inside fighting is going to wear and tear on him. So that's where I'm like, that's going to be tough, bro. My man Romero Harris said, I think people struggle with Sean's height combined with his movement. Hey, man, and that pressure. All of that, man. 50 Band said, wrench mob for nine, only a few can get in the mob. Hey, man, look, dog, it's a mob. How can there only be a few in the mob? And if there's only a few, it won't be a mob. Can't be a mob if there ain't a lot. Anyway, man, I like the blue, man, and I like to encourage people to come to the chat, man, and feel like they part of the fun, man. Ron Miller. Martin, this question's been killing me. Do you think Joe Frazier could beat AJ, or is AJ too tall for him to reach? If Joe Frazier touches him on the chin, he'll knock him out. AJ is garbage. AJ is garbage. But if he comes to him, but he can hit. So it just depends on whether or not AJ is going to be willing to sit down on his punches. I don't think the shortness of him is going to make a difference. I think the difference is going to be whether or not AJ is really going to try to go at him and really hit him with something. Because that's who really gave Joe Frazier problems was Foreman, who came out there and was like, you walking right into them bombs. So that's what I would say, man. But if he gets hit with that left hook, he's going to sleep. No joke. Going to sleep. Snooze time, because he ain't got no chin. And I don't think a lot of those guys that come in there fighting who are over 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guys, their chins are suspect, man. Suspect. So it just depends, man. If Frazier can get on the inside. And also you got to put steroid, and remember, you got to put Joe Frazier on steroids. So make him about 5'11", 255 pounds of muscle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put him, give him about 200. They got what's he fight at, like 210, something like that. Nowadays he'd be weighing 230 pounds, 235 pounds of steroided up muscle. So I think you gotta make that comparison too. But I don't know, it'd be a good fight though, man. My man Ish KB said, will Charlo and Mugia fight Benavidez if they get to the weight class? They got to get to the weight class first. Gotta get to the weight class first. Hey, man, hit them like buttons, man. Come on, we got 278. We almost got 300 people in the building and 149 likes, man. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Do me that favor, hit the like button, man. Don TV said, Fannon, do you think Beterbiev beats Canelo? I don't know. I don't think he's going to take that fight, though. I don't think he's going to take that fight, because that fight is a very, very dangerous fight. I think you're going to see Canelo stay at 168. That is a very dangerous fight for him to take. He'd be smarter to fight Charlo. Seriously. I think that let me put it this way. I think that there's a good chance Beterbiev can hurt Canelo, because he's very active, he's big, and he can hit. And he is coming forward at Canelo, and Canelo Alvarez is going to have to mix it up with Artur Beterbiev. And if he mixes it up with Beterbiev, you know, anything can happen, man. That dude can definitely get clocked, man. Absolutely, positively got clocked. He said, nah, we got 200 members already. Nah, we don't. I know how many riches we got, man. You just want somebody to time out, bro. 50 bands, but that's all right. I'll hold off for a little while, man. I know what you want. You want some trolls to show up. Don't worry, man. It's a downtime in boxing, man. It's nothing right now where there's gonna be a lot of trolls come in, right? The trolls are gonna come in when there's if Tyson Fury were fighting an American fighter, at the next Canelo fight, right? Teofimo Lopez, when Teofimo Lopez fights Kambosos, if you do a Teofimo Lopez video, you may get a lot of trolls off Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? There's not going to be a lot of food right around now for that, man. Yeah, first of all, I'm 100% convinced Foreman will beat him. I'm sure Foreman will beat most all of these dudes, man. Hold on, what's my man as a member, man? Hold on. Let me roll on down, man. No, man, Treyboy89 joined, man, as a member. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for joining as a member, man. Thank you very much, man. I gotta get my member privileges up, man. That type of stuff, man. Oh man, yeah. Caesar Luna said, what weight for Charlo Canelo is gonna be 168, without a doubt. But on the real, man, Canelo will fight Charlo before he'll fight Beterbiev, if he's got any sense. He got a better chance against Charlo than he's got against Beterbiev. Beterbiev will screw around and hurt him because he's a come forward fighter, and Canelo is fighting. Canelo Alvarez is not as and I mean, he's a different type of come forward fighter than Gennady Golovkin is. Gennady Golovkin would do both. Gennady Golovkin will fight you on the back foot a little bit, but he's more cautious. Beterbiev is a take one to give one type of fighter, and he's going to be trying to rip his body up. He's a high volume puncher, where Gennady Golovkin was not a high volume puncher. Gennady Golovkin was set up his knockouts, and he was kind of like a one punch knockout specialist too. That's not the case with Beterbiev. Beterbiev is going to wear you down and beat you up. Same thing with David Benavidez. David Benavidez is going to wear you down and beat you up. So that's something where, if he fights those type of guys, he's at more risk than a guy that's trying to set it up and trying to outthink you like a Jermall Charlo. B-Boy Pop said, Fannon, Teofimo versus Kambosos prediction. I don't know, man. I've not even paid attention to Kambosos. That's my fault, but I've not even looked at George Kambosos. I haven't seen him fight. I've just been waiting for the fight. Well, I know they got a date now, so the fight is coming up. I just kind of, Kambosos is going to surprise me because I don't really know what to expect from him. But I suspect, not having seen too much of him, that the fight, that even though I haven't seen him, I'm still thinking Teofimo Lopez is going to win. Because if he was, Marv Kennedy said, yeah, you do, because you've been a member for a minute. Marv Kennedy, hold on. Because Marv Kennedy is a member. So that is without a doubt. Marv, put something else in the chat, man. Because I don't. Where's Marv Kennedy? Oh, there you go, Marv. There you go, Marv. You gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, man, we got 333 people in the chat. Hit the like button, man. Come on, man. Let's get over 200, man. Can you get the like button over 200? Hit the likes. So how do you see that fight, though? I'm not sure. You got to tell me which fight, though, because that thing went on, man. I'm going to go down to the end of the chat, man, so I can catch up. He said, I'm a bigger Sean Porter fanboy. I didn't even know those existed. You got Sean Porter fanboys out here in the world? I ain't never, ever even heard of that. Yeah, man, come on, man. Get the likes up over 200, man, please. I've never heard of that. Doesn't Benavidez struggle for weight? He didn't in his last couple fights. People thought he missed it. People thought that he missed weight for his last fight, but he didn't. They contracted at 169. They said they knew he said he was good. In the contract it said, we're going to fight, but we're going to fight at 169 pounds. So he hit the weight that he wanted to come in at. He didn't want to come in. He didn't want to shrink all the way down to 168. But yeah, that's clearly a tough weight for him to make. However, against Canelo Alvarez, you better believe he's making 168. No matter what he does, he's going to make 168 against that. You know what I mean? Diego Ramirez said, can GGG fight Benavidez? Yeah, if he moves up, but he's not gonna, because he's 160, because those guys are 160-pound fighters. Let me lay out the land for you guys. 160 pounds at middleweight. These are the champions, the guys at middleweight. You have Jermall Charlo's at 160. Gennady Golovkin is at 160. Ray Murata is at 160. And Demetrius Andrade is at 160. The number one contender for the WBO and the WBC is Jaime Munguia, and he is at 160. Canelo is at 168. Benvidez is at 168. Those guys are at 168. Beterbiev is at 175. Bivol is at 175. Zerto Martinez is at 175. Canelo is not going to 175 anymore. He would be, I'm telling you, they got X marks the spot on him at 175. He's too little. And I don't care what happened with that. He was fortunate. He fought a tomato can in Sergey Kovalev, where he already knew what was going on with Kovalev. Hit him to the body. Andre Ward had already exposed him. He didn't like the smaller guy that went to the body. And pretty much what Canelo Alvarez did was stalked Sergey Kovalev. You're not about to stalk Beterbiev. That ain't Kovalev. Beterbiev, even though Beterbiev is like 36, 37, something like that, he's getting up there. That's a different type of fight, man. So what I see for Canelo is I see the fight against, he would be best to fight Charlo. I think that's the best he could. That's the best money type of deal versus chance for him to win is probably Charlo. Benavidez is not as big a fight, I don't think, and Benavidez can hurt him. Like moving forward, even if he wins, he's going to take a lot of punishment in that fight, and that's the thing. You can win, but how much punishment are you going to take? And Benavidez is going to put punishment on you, like he did with my man Kyron Davis. Yeah, Karen Davis fought, but dude, Karen Davis took a lot of punishment, man. That was getting his corner threw that in there. Craig Bonnet, man, much love in that super chat. He said, remember the name, Sebo. Bud is going to walk Sean down for the first time. Watch. All right, Sebo. And I will try to remember. Sebo, Craig Bonnet, Sebo, as in Debo. Did I miss it? Giovanni Walker, I'm pretty sure that I got it. Hold on one second, man. Let me go back. Oh, Giovanni, I did. I got you right here. All right, I got you. Remember, Sebo said he going to walk him down. Giovanni Walker said Crawford in the 11th round, stoppage for Porter. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, y'all keep saying that. Y'all keep saying it. Hit that like, though, when you're saying that. I keep hearing that. I won't be shocked, though, but I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised, man. But he better take that Errol Spence Jr. fight. I'm telling you, if he comes out of this and talks about fighting anybody other than Errol Spence or acts cool and nonchalant about it, man, it's not going to be cool, man. But we'll see, bro. 50 Bands in the building. Said, for people who think David isn't on Canelo level, must be on something, because we just seen Plant go 11 rounds and was touching Canelo up. The fact is Canelo can't let David touch him up like that. Look, 50 Bands, you got to understand, 50 Bands, nobody saw Canelo get touched up but you. It's in your imagination, friend. And let me tell you why I know it's in your imagination, because it's in my imagination too. As soon as that fight got over, people forgot that Canelo was getting touched up. They forget. It was like, oh, he just walked through him and he destroyed him. It's like, wasn't that a 10th round knock? Was that a 9th or 10th? Was that a 10th or 11th round knockout? Wasn't that like an 11th round knockout? Oh, he didn't win any rounds. He won a few rounds. If he won some rounds, he was touching him up. Yeah, he touched him up. Absolutely touched him up. But it don't count. I'm telling you, man. These people with that revisionist history on these fights, bro. It don't count, though. It don't count when he does it, though. I'm telling you, it don't count, man. Abdullah Brooklyn in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. 50 Band said, thanks for now for keeping it 1,000. Hey, man, that's what it is. I mean, didn't you get treated when you say it like you making stuff up? Like, I know that's what I was watching. I watched the fight. I was like, dang, he's touching. And you know what I saw him touch him up with? Straight rights. Straight rights. Boom. Straight rights. Counter straight right hands. He didn't sit on the right hand, though, because he's so afraid of getting countered. He didn't sit on the right hand, but he hit him with a bunch of straight right hands. Boom. Right down the middle. Hit him with a lot of jabs, too. But, it's like, it don't count. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't count. But okay. Okay. What's the headbutt, man? I don't know what you're talking about with the headbutt. Hey, Daryl Grimm said jabs and rights don't count unless Canelo's landing. Hey, exactly, bro. Said, them pity pat punches impress you. Said, it's called touching you up. Touching you up. And it wasn't pity pat, bro. His head snapped back. It wasn't pity pat. His head snapped back. He hit him. His head did this. Yes, and that's, who else they say pity pats? Errol Spence. You remember? Y'all might not remember this. Hit that like button before I say it, though, because we got 381 people in the building. I know y'all can hit some like buttons, man. Plant won like 3 rounds. Hey, say he won 4. Moses. Say he won 4. 4. Okay? 4. The fight ended. There was only 10 rounds complete, friend. There's only 10 rounds complete, which means he won 4 rounds and Canelo won 6. 4 rounds to 6 rounds going into the knockout. He was still in the fight. If he won 4 rounds out of the first 10, he was still in the fight. Because he could have won the 11th and the 12th because there was no knockdowns. So there you go. Thank you. When you guys say that, that's always only like 3, but he won the rounds, bro. Tell me 4 rounds. If you don't work for Canelo, tell me 4 rounds Canelo got against Mayweather. 4 rounds that he got against him. Give me 4 rounds. When you beat somebody convincingly, you don't get 4 rounds. You don't get 4 rounds. Maybe you don't. Anyway, that's what I meant. Paul said Plant was ahead. No, honestly, I had Canelo pulling like after around 8, Canelo started taking over the fight. After around 8. But 8 rounds were gone, bro. So stop acting like it was just a one-sided fight. It was not. The dude was doing a little work in there, man. But people don't act like it. Windy City said, I had it 6 rounds to 3, Plant 1 swing. That's fair. Yeah, I don't have my scorecard anymore, man. I don't have my scorecard anymore. I used to keep all my scorecards, but it's probably over there somewhere in that pile of paper. Yeah, absolutely, man. He outclassed him. Jay Leo said they were going off those janky scorecards, not off what actually happened. Oh, yeah, you can't count them scores. Yeah, because Canelo got a draw on somebody's card against Floyd Mayweather. That exposed it right there. Like, y'all just are full of it, bro. Y'all are completely and utterly full of it if you guys think for a second that Canelo Alvarez got any rounds off Floyd. That, for me, was a 12-0 shutout for Floyd Mayweather Jr. over Canelo, and Canelo got a draw off of a shutout. So don't give me any scorecards for Canelo, okay? Some other people not to give me cards for, I don't ever want to hear about a scorecard for Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya's scorecards were whack. Canelo's scorecards are whack. Anthony Joshua, do not give me any Anthony Joshua scorecards. Anthony Joshua's scorecards are loaded. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. It was one-sided. Canelo walked through everything Plant threw at him. Hey, he walked through it, Fahim? Hey, answer the question, Fahim. Did he walk through him? Did he walk through it? He walked through it? Did he walk through a lot of it? Did he walk through a lot of it? Because you know what happens if you walk, because guess what? Mayweather didn't walk through nothing Canelo threw because Canelo missed. You got to get hit to walk through shit, bro. You can't give a credit for somebody walking through a punch. If he walked through it, that means he was getting hit. And if he got hit, that means he was scoring. So, you don't get credit for, you don't score the guy's chin, okay? There ain't no scoring criteria that says, oh yeah, he walks. That's the media scoring. Oh, wow, look at how he walked through that shot. Yeah, round for him. He just walked through all of those shots. You mean all those shots that landed? Yeah. So, but just as long as you know, if it landed, it scored. If you walk through them. Where you go, Fahim? Come on, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Canelo walked through all the Floyd shots. Floyd, maybe that's why they gave him the draw. Because Canelo kept walking through Floyd shots. Because he did. Floyd never hurt Canelo. He kept walking through him. Thanks for clearing that up, Fahim. I was confused. So now I know why Shakur. Now I don't have any problem with Canelo Alvarez getting a draw on a card. I don't mind now because I know you score how many times you hit the other guy's glove with your face and keep going. That's what I was missing, bro. That's what I was missing, man. Fahim is one of my favorite subscribers. You know that, bro. I love talking. Because Fahim can take a joke, even though you know I ain't joking. You know I'm right about that, bro. Floyd walked Canelo down. You tripping? Oh, no, he did not walk him down. He was on the back foot. Back foot, bro. Back foot. And he was eating them shots from Canelo. I mean, Canelo was eating them shots. He was walking through them punches, man. Walking through them, taking them all right on the chin. Head snapping back, and he kept fighting. That's a point for Canelo because he got hit and he kept walking through it. It's boxing, It's boxing for him. If that's how you're gonna score, whole lot of fights change, bro. Whole lot of fights change when you start giving people credit for walking through punches. You know what I mean? You have to get hit to walk through that punch, man. And if you get hit, the guy scored. Trey B in the building. Oh, yes. Oh, man, he said, just showing some respect. Keep doing what you're doing, brother Fannon. Appreciate you. One of the best boxing channels on YouTube, hands down. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. The support means a lot, friend. It really does, man. Thank you so much, man, for making it so fun to do the chat, too. And I'll get up waiting. Man, Fahim, watch that fight again. Floyd could have stopped Canelo. No, I have it in my mind. He didn't stop him because he was walking through them punches, Fahim. He was walking through them. He kept walking, didn't he? He never laid down. Did he knock him down? He kept walking, kept going forward. He kept fighting. He made it all the way to the 12th round. And no matter how much he got hit. So every time he got hit, that's a point for Canelo. Floyd hit him a lot. So that was a lot of scoring for Canelo. You get my point, bro. If it doesn't matter, bro. There ain't none of that. There ain't none of that. If you hit the dude with shots, you score. Okay? And he was hitting him. He was scoring on the man. Yeah, you don't like that, dog. You don't like that for him. No, he couldn't have stopped Canelo. Canelo was walking through too many punches. If he could have stopped him, he would have stopped him. Don't act like Floyd ain't got no instinct in him to get you out of there. He never hurt Canelo. Never hurt Canelo. Never hurt him. Canelo walked through them shots. Floyd never hurt him, bro. Never hurt him. You saw the draw. He got a draw on the card, man. Anyway, man, look, dude, I'm joking. You know I'm joking about that, right? I'm just saying, man, get a man some credit, bro. Get a man some credit, man. He did. You get. No, Fahim, I saw the fight. How many times you want me to see that fight? How many times you want to see me to see that fight? If you think Floyd could have stopped him, Floyd should have stopped him. What's Floyd having mercy for the man for? To build his career for later? Man, if Floyd could have stopped him, Floyd would have stopped him. Floyd ain't got no problem knocking out Canelo. None. Floyd ain't got no problem knocking somebody out. You know what I mean? None. Floyd did whoop him something good, though, bro. Floyd did whoop him something serious, man. Something serious. Let's check these likes, man. Come on, man. We got 250 likes in the building, man. Get the likes up over 300, man. I need my likes, man. Curtis Burnham said, I know this is a different topic. With Holyfield and Larry Holmes, can you tell me who won that fight? I can't remember that fight real well, but I thought Evander Holyfield won the fight. But it was a good fight. Evander Holyfield won the fight. But it was a good fight. Larry Holmes can fight, bro. And Holyfield ain't no one-punch knockout guy like Tyson is. So Larry Holmes could box him. Larry Holmes a better fighter than he was old, but he's just a better fighter than Evander Holyfield. Much better fighter than Evander Holyfield. So even at that advanced age, you can still give him a good fight. Larry Holmes is the man, bro. The man could fight. Canelo has a hell of a chin. Floyd outpointed him. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Oh, yeah, he was. That computer was in 2017, clown. Floyd fought Canelo in 2012. He fought him that long ago? 2012? Man, that's a long time ago. That's 10 years ago, huh? Yeah, man, Canelo getting old, bro. Telling you that L is coming on him. That L is gonna come. That L is headed at him. Doing him like that, man. He said Larry Holmes could whoop us all. Hey, man, Larry Holmes could fight, man. I think the heavyweights in the 70s were better, man. 2013, okay, thank you. I was like, 2012 seemed a little long, but even 2013, man, was that 2 years before? 2 years before Floyd fought Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Andrew Action said Canelo prime beats Floyd prime, no chance. They fought in their primes. A prime Floyd beat a prime Canelo. Canelo is not a lick better now than he was with Floyd Mayweather, and I don't care what y'all say. Okay? Everybody in the world can say, I don't care. He had 40 fights and 6 title defenses. He was in his prime. He's had a long prime. No, not even close. And Floyd Mayweather wasn't in his prime during that fight. Floyd's a way better fighter than Canelo, man. Floyd is way better fighter than Canelo, man. Way better fighter than Canelo. You guys can stop this. Canelo Alvarez is the biggest name in boxing. That's a fact. Canelo Alvarez is not that level of fighter, man. He's not. Canelo Alvarez is not a James Toney level fighter. He's not. He's not a Pernell Whitaker level fighter. His skill set, the way that he fights, no. Ha, you guys are nuts, man. No, I'm not nuts, man. I watch boxing. If Canelo Alvarez was that level of fighter, he would have beat Floyd Mayweather. Period. And I don't want to hear it. He was 24. He was 24 years old. He had 40 fights. He had defended a championship 6 times. Get out of here. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was in his 30s. It was well into his 30s, and he's little. Get out of here, man. No. There's no difference between Pernell Whitaker fighting Oscar De La Hoya, okay? And Canelo Alvarez found a way to win the fight. Even on the cards, however it worked. Dude who's 37 years old, you're 24. Get out of here. Okay, I'm just telling you. 37-year-old guy moving up from featherweight, and you're 24 years old, and you're in your first weight class with 40 fights. Everything on that paper says Canelo tried to get him when the getting was good. Because they were the ones calling for that fight, man. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not. Everybody was getting, Canelo, fight Canelo. And he fought Canelo, and he beat Canelo. And he beat Canelo easy. No way, bro. He's not that level of fighter, and you're going to live with that forever. Canelo's defense has gotten better after he fought him. He ain't fought nobody on that level. How do you know? He's not fought anybody like that. You have no idea. He's never fought anybody on that level since. How do you know? He's not fighting Floyd Mayweather. He fought who? Was his defense? I mean, I don't want to get into that. But seriously, man, no chance, bro. Canelo, no, he's not. I mean, Canelo's an A fighter. He's an A fighter for sure. He's a top. He might be the pound for pound best fighter right now. But he's not Floyd Mayweather. He's not that level of fighter, man. He's just not. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. He's not that level of fighter. And if you think he is, think again. He's not. He ain't. Look what he does in the ring, bro. He's not like that, man. He doesn't have, let me tell you, he does not have to walk through and get touched up a guy like Caleb Plant if he is a Floyd Mayweather Jr. level fighter, bro. Okay? I'm sorry. Caleb Plant is out of there in about 4 rounds. If he's a James Toney level fighter, somebody like to walk you down, I don't believe that, man. Look, man, you guys want to give him Floyd. It's not, he's just not as good as Floyd, man, period. I'm just telling you, he's not as good as Floyd. And he's never going to be as good as Floyd. But there's nothing wrong with that, man, because not very many people are. Floyd is the best fighter this century. Just what it is. You know what I mean? So don't get mad about it. It ain't hatred. Oh, you hate him because you say he's not the greatest ever. No, man, that's not hatred. It's just what it is, man. The man is not that good. He said Canelo has no skills. He's just a bull. That's not true either. Canelo Alvarez is a highly skilled fighter. Highly skilled fighter. Bro, just because you ain't, look, if a guy got $75 million in the bank, he's rich. He may not be Jeff Bezos, but he's rich. He's got $75 million in the bank. You're not going to tell me he's poor. Just because Jeff Bezos makes that in a week doesn't mean that he's poor because he's not Elon Musk. Okay? The guy's got a lot of skills. He's just not Floyd, bro. That's just what it is. An exposed drug cheat can never be number one. Hey, man, maybe he got clean. I get tired of talking about Canelo Alvarez being on steroids. I mean, because you guys know he is, and you don't care. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of cats like that, man. It's getting sick. But anyway, let's keep on moving in this conversation, though. After I check these likes, man, hit them like buttons on the way. Man, hit the like button, man. We got 380 people in the building, only 280 likes. Hit them like buttons, man. Freddie said, don't you just hate when people that are Canelo fan base cannot accept that he lost to Floyd is the best is the best ever? I don't think Floyd the best ever. I don't think Floyd's the best ever. I know he's better than Canelo, though. He proved that at 37. Stop, dude. He's over the hill. Flat out. And he'd been retired. He was a 37-year-old that had come out of retirement. Didn't he? Canelo, dude, Floyd Mayweather Jr. had actually retired before he came back out and fought Canelo. He came out of retirement to do that. I don't want to hear that, bro. Willie Scott said, much love in that super chat. A prime Bernard Hopkins is better than Canelo. For my money, he is. I think that'd be a great fight. But yeah, man, I put Canelo, you know what I put Canelo next to? I put Canelo next to Oscar De La Hoya. I put him right there with Oscar De La Hoya, put him there with Tito Trinidad, that level of fighter. Shane Mosley, those guys. Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, Tito Trinidad, those type of guys. That level of fighter is where I think Canelo is, personally. I do not think Canelo Alvarez is a Roy Jones Jr. I do not think that he's a Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't think he's an Andre Ward. From watching him in the ring, I don't think so. And he's fighting tomato cans. Right about now, I mean, who's not going to do that to Caleb Plant? And I mean it. What is a prime dude? There ain't no way that Bernard Hopkins is going to do worse to Caleb Plant than Canelo Alvarez did. It's not going to be just boom, boom, you out of there with some big shots. He's going to beat Canelo. He's going to beat that boy up. He's going to beat that boy up and hurt that dude over a series of rounds from the beginning of the fight. That's what I see. Anyway, I could be wrong. Officer Hernandez, Mugia ain't beating none of them dudes, man. Quincy Carter said, who is the GOAT to you, Fannon? For me? Who is the greatest fighter of all time? For me, is Muhammad Ali. Because he can beat everybody. I stick with that argument all the time. He's the person that I think could beat anybody else that you name. That's why I say him. I'm not going to give the greatest of all time to somebody 5'7", weighing 130 pounds. A 5'7", 130-pound man is not the greatest of all time in my book. You got to be able to beat a guy that's 6'6", 250 pounds to be the greatest. You got to be able to do it because you can't be like, yeah, we got a boxing match. You bring your guy, I bring my guy, and then you say, well, my guy can't fight your guy. Why? Because he's too small. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Nah, Fahim said hater. Nah, bro, it ain't no hate. That's the truth, bro. That's just the truth. I ain't doing it, bro. Trey B said Plant gassed out and got caught. But based off the Tyrant fight, I see Canelo catching, stopping Benavidez. Although I think David has the tank to keep up. Much love in that super chat, bro. He gonna get hit a lot, man. I don't know. He better have. Hey, let me tell you this way. He better not wait till the 11th round. He better not wait till the 11th round, bro. And my man Hat Rack said, Fannon, mark my words, Porter outworks Crawford and he beats the ish out of Crawford. Much love in that super chat, man. Please don't. I'm gonna go through both those super chats, man. Please don't. Please don't happen in that fashion. I would be depressed if that happened. I need to see big fights in the welterweight division. I want to see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., man. Do not let that fight go to wayside. Don't let that fight go the way of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, or Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Either one of them mugs. Anthony Joshua blew it. Please don't let it go that way, bro. But hey, man, but Trey B on yours. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you. Canelo Alvarez better not fight David Benavidez like that. If he is plotting behind, not even plotting behind him, if he's just gonna walk up on David Benavidez like that, dude, I think David Benavidez can beat him. Because David Benavidez is not going back. He's not going back. I'm saying he's not going backwards. And them hands are landing. He's got way faster hands, and the punches are so tight. They're right here. Right here. So he's going to the body, all of that stuff. If Canelo goes to, it's going to be a war with David Benavidez. That's going to be a war. Or Canelo's going to be fighting off the back foot. If he fights like he tries to bang with him, man, that's a lot of, he's going to get hit a lot, bro. He may not come out, like I said, he may not come out the same fighter, man. My man Traveling Trey in the building. James Toney. James Toney. Who's greater? Canelo's going to be considered greater. Who's a better fighter? James Toney. More talented. Way more talented, bro. And that's the difference right there. Because honestly, man, Canelo Alvarez is a bit of a knockoff of James Toney. He's a bit of a knockoff of James Toney. James Toney, way more talented. Way faster hands. His game in that pocket is ugly. It's not going to be, he's not, because Canelo loads up. Yeah. He don't load up. James Toney lets him fly. James Toney don't load up. And that's where I'm saying with Canelo. Canelo is like Canelo's a combination puncher, but he loads up. He takes time. I think that activity from James Toney. And James Toney just a special fighter, bro. Canelo not James Toney level? Nah. I don't think it, man. Swerve. Hold on one second, Swerve. Hey, man, come on, man. We got 400 people in the building, 300 likes, less than 300 likes, man. Let's get them likes over 350, man. Please. Let's get the likes over 350. Let me go with Juan first. Juan said, my dad said dirty politics plays a big part in boxing. Canelo is always a heavy favorite at 168, not fighting the best. He's going to be the favorite because of all that money. And David Benavidez will need a knockout to beat him. No doubt about it. And they won't care. They'll rob him. Flat out rob him. Flat out, with all that money, flat out rob him. Flat out rob him. But like with everybody, bro, you can't avoid it. He's going to have to fight this guy at a certain point in time. And he's had a cakewalk for a while. And I don't think anybody would say that he hasn't had a cakewalk for a while. You know what I mean? Cakewalk for a while. But everybody in boxing is pretty much on lock with him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they ain't trying to say nothing bad about Canelo, bro. Not with that money. They way more so than Floyd Mayweather, which blows my mind, man. Because cats we used to talk bad about Floyd. Nobody talks bad about Canelo. Nobody talks bad about Canelo. That bank mob is on him for Canelo. Canelo can do no wrong, bro. Crawford, I believe, will actually stop Porter. Look, the guy said, can I break down the fight? I do not know what Sean Porter is going to do. Sean Porter can fight on the inside. Sean Porter can be on the outside, but I think that Sean Porter is going to try to jump on Crawford early. That's what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to go and try to take it to Crawford early and get Crawford in a firefight and try to get Crawford to fight the same way he fought, Errol Spence Jr. and try to bait Crawford into exchanging. I don't think that he's going to be having this, I don't think he's going to fight him from the outside. I think he's going to go try there, get in there and try to maul Terrence Crawford, try to wear Terrence Crawford down on the inside. And Terrence Crawford is more than likely going to get baited into it. Because if you push Terrence Crawford's natural reaction is to fight. So that's what I see. I see it going and being a bit of a war between the two of them. And especially when he gets in that southpaw stance. And I think you're going to see Terrence Crawford get caught a lot more than you think he's going to get caught. Because Sean Porter is very, very smart. You know, like Jose Benavidez can say what he wants to say about that man. But Sean Porter is a very, very smart fighter. And I think he and Kenny Porter and my man, what's my man's name from Headbangers Gym, man? I'm getting old, man, and these guys' names be flying on me. What's the dark-skinned bald-head dude from Real Cool dude? Real Cool. Oh, Real Smooth. DC dude. Trainer from Headbangers Gym. Him. The former trainer the trainer for the Lamont Peterson brothers. I think they're going to have a game plan for him, man, because they've been watching Terrence Crawford from the amateurs. So the fact that they've got that much history with him, I think they're going to come in with a big game plan. And that game plan got to be to take it to Terrence and make Terrence fight and really take advantage of it. Traveling say, you ducking my super chat? What super chat am I ducking? Hold on, man. Traveling, I'll get back. I'll duck super chats. My man, Traveling Trey, said, good analysis on Canelo Tony. Who has more power and better defensively? Tony and Tony. Tony and Tony. James Tony and Tony. James Tony and Tony. Tony got better power and better defensively. Better power, better defense. And moved all the way up to cruiserweight. When he was fat. You know what I'm saying? Like fat, way fat. Hold on one second, man. Let me get this other super chat that you said that I was ducking. I appreciate you calling me out on my ducking. Because I definitely ain't trying to duck. I try not to duck no smoke. Hold on right here. I don't duck. Well, I duck some stupid smoke. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, he said. Oh, yeah, you did the same one. Said Traveling Trey said James Toney greater than Canelo. Yes, absolutely. And then you said good analysis of James Toney, Canelo Toney, who has more power. And that is Tony and Tony, man. Tony a better fighter all the way around, bro. All day, every day. James Toney. And there's no doubt in my mind. James Toney Canelo don't want no James Toney. No. Don't want no, and he definitely don't want no. Oh my God. And at 168, definitely does not want Roy Jones Jr. Definitely does not want Roy Jones Jr. at 168. That is a 12-round to nothing shutout with Roy Jones Jr. at 168. Roy Jones Jr. shutout over Canelo Alvarez. No chance. He has no chance against Roy Jones Jr. None. Judging the GOAT off the size is a disrespect to the sport. No, it ain't. Why? We ain't talking about pound for pound. We're not talking about pound for pound. If you want to know who I think is the pound for pound best, okay, you could say a bunch of people if you want to say them. But if you want to say who's the greatest fighter, then that fighter, you got to be able to beat that guy. That ain't disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to somebody like Muhammad Ali to tell him that somebody that weighs 108 pounds is better than him when he would never fight him. Who's the greatest basketball player in the world? Oh, well, it's really this guy off in the Chinese league. What do you mean? He's off in the Chinese league. Yeah, but he scored 1 million points in the Chinese league. But who's he playing in the Chinese league? You know what I'm saying? The guy's got to be in the NBA. If you ain't playing in the NBA, I don't want to hear that you the greatest basketball player ever. Get out of here. You're not fighting. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You get out of here. You're fighting a select group of people. If you're fighting in the heavyweight division, you got to fight anybody. Anybody. They're not protected by weight classes. So if you would say you're the greatest fighter ever, you should be able to beat any fighter ever. If you're the greatest golfer ever, you should be able to beat any golfer. You should be able to beat them. If you're the best pool player, you should be able to beat the pool player. But any pool player. You shouldn't be like, well, you know, I won 90 college exhibition. I won 90 college tournaments. You played in college. Get up there and play with the Sharks. And guess what? Ain't nothing keeping Floyd Mayweather Jr. from going to prove it and fighting at heavyweight. Ain't nothing keeping him from going up there and fighting that guy. He's too small. Get out of here. I ain't trying to hear that. That ain't disrespectful either, Quincy. It's just a fact. You said greatest. Greatest means biggest, best. I ain't trying to do that. It's insulting to heavyweights. Seriously, man. All of this, Monster Inoue is the greatest. Man, get out of here, man. If you can't beat that dude, you ain't better than him. You know what I'm saying? If you can't beat him, you ain't better than him. And I don't care what it is, because you can move up and wait. He proved it, right? He moved all the way up to 147. He was down at 130. He said, I'll prove that I'm better. I'm going to move up all these weight classes. Right? Isn't that what they say? I moved up all these weight classes. Look how many weight classes I moved up. So obviously they think if you can beat bigger guys, that makes you better. Well, okay. Come on up. You know what I'm saying? Come on up and get some smoke. They don't want to do that, bro. I'm not giving no little itty bitty dude greatest of all time. Not happening, homie. Not happening. If you can't beat the man, you ain't better than the man. Trey B said, true for now, but David needs a KO, and I don't think David has the power to keep Canelo off him. I do. Because he hits often after 8. Canelo would be dropping bombs. Canelo by KO. Look, man. He got them. He got enough power, bro, when you hit him 60 times. He's hitting him a lot, bro. He said, unblock Brian, son of God, Fannon. From where? Is it who blocked him? Hold on. Do. I don't see him in blocked. But I see. Okay, yeah, I'll try. I have to do that later because I don't see it. Because I don't see it. But I'll get you for sure. Do. Hold on, because I see what you say. Hold on one second, man. I'll get to you. I see that retort. I like that. I like the debate, though, bro. I like the debate. Hit the like button, man. We got 400 people in the building. Hit the like button. Spurgood Marshall said, Prime Tony Jones and De La Hoya murder Canelo. Easy work. And a little bit harder for Oscar De La Hoya. Little bit harder for Oscar De La Hoya, but I think Oscar De La Hoya could beat him. I do. A prime Oscar De La Hoya, but Oscar De La Hoya really 147. He may be a little smaller. I said, Quincy, if you control boxing, there'd be no weight class for none. No, dude. You asked me who the greatest fighter ever is. Of course I would not let little guys fight big guys. I mean, you can laugh, but dude, why? There would be weight classes. Absolutely. I want to see the guys fight. However, the king of boxing is a heavyweight for a reason, because he can beat everybody else. So absolutely. Guess what else I'd have? I'd have college basketball. Not everybody can play in the NBA. You can get a lot of fun watching guys fight that are little guys. You get a lot of good, evenly matched fights. However, bro, don't tell me that a guy weighing 102 pounds is the greatest fighter ever when there ain't no chance when I can name 1,000 fighters that'll beat him. That's just competition. You don't have to be, it's just what it is. You can say Floyd is the best welterweight ever. You can say he's the greatest lightweight ever. He's the greatest fighter below 147 pounds ever. But you can't tell me that dude is a greater fighter than Muhammad Ali when there ain't no way in the world he'd ever fight him. Ali wouldn't have no problem fighting him. Okay, come on, man. I'll fight you. Let's see. Who's better? Who's you putting your money on? And I mean it. You got Floyd Mayweather Jr. walk out and say, I'm going to fight him. Who you take? Who's money? You putting money on him? No. So stop. I'm not doing it. Call him a little dude, man. That's what he is. He's the best little man. I didn't say that, well, we can't have it. You just don't like that argument, bro. And you ain't getting out of it. That's like saying Steph can't be better than Shaq. Dude, why are you laughing at shit that's not funny, Quincy? That's a team sport. That's a team sport. There is no greatest basketball player ever, really, because guess what? There's no one-on-one competitions in basketball. None. You got to say who's the best team ever, because individuals do not win basketball games. Teams win basketball games. So you can argue who's the better team, the 96 Bulls and the Golden State Warriors when they won the championship. But guess what? They would actually be able to play with each other because they both got teams around them, man. No, bro, this ain't basketball. Do me a favor, Quincy. Tell me an example in another individual sport where one guy doesn't compete with the other guy and you're going to say he's better. Give me one. Can you do that in tennis? No. You can't say, oh, I think Roger Federer is the best tennis player ever, and then say, oh, no, but yeah, he loses to Nadal, but Nadal is better than him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, if he's the greatest ever, he should be able to beat every tennis player, period. If you're going to be the best, if you're the best 100-meter runner in the world, you should be able to outrun any other 100-meter runner in the world. If you're the best golfer in the world, you should be able to beat every other golfer. When we do in boxing is we do pound for pound comparisons. And guess what? Pound for pound comparisons are bullshit because you can never actually see the fight. That's just your opinion. So if you're going to actually say who's the best fighter in the world, throw him in the ring. Who do you think is going to win? And that's why I never put heavyweights on pound for pound comparisons, because it's unfair to the heavyweight. Those guys don't have to deal with what the heavyweight has to deal with. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has never fought guys 60 pounds heavier than him. Ever. Have you ever heard of Floyd Mayweather Jr. get in the ring? And that's why I'm reacting like this, bro. Don't put laughy faces there, because what you saying ain't funny. If you are not better than somebody, if you cannot beat that man, you are not better than that man. You want to say he's better pound for pound, say that. However, that's unfair to heavyweights because heavyweights don't have to do the same thing lightweights do. Lightweights can sit there and take shots. They can be fighting. They can fight another lightweight and take 2 or 3 shots. You can't do that at heavyweight. At heavyweight, if you take a shot, you're going to sleep at heavyweight. It's a completely different sport. No, man, you disrespect them heavyweights by saying them little itty bitty dudes are better than them, man. And them little itty bitty dudes you're favoring itty bitty dudes over heavyweights. And that's not fair, bro. Mike Tyson, that's why Mike Tyson did that to Roy Jones Jr. Like, okay, you the man, huh, Roy? Let's fight. And you saw whoa. All of a sudden you ain't doing all this. You know what I'm saying? When you got a guy that can put you to sleep. How many times Floyd ever had to get in there with somebody like a Deontay Wilder? That it don't matter what you do for 12 rounds. You get to that click, you gone. That doesn't happen at welterweight. That very rarely does that happen at welterweight, where you got guys like that. At heavyweight, dude, Alexander Usyk fought Anthony Joshua any point in time. If Anthony Joshua had caught that man cleanly, Alexander Usyk could have went to sleep. As you saw when Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz. No, man, don't tell me. You say the greatest ever, I'm going to tell you a heavyweight. If you want to say the best technically skilled fighter, go ahead and say Floyd. Okay, Floyd's got more skills than Ali does. Great. Guess what happens if they fight, though? Floyd going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're better. It just doesn't make, it's not fair to people, man, when you do that crap. But anyway, appreciate you. Let me see something, bro. I hate when people do that shit. Hold on. And I'm not talking about you, Quincy, at all. You can't hear me? And I'm not talking about you, Quincy. Okay, yeah, y'all can hear me. I hate when people do that fake no sound and make you look for your sound, man. Come on, man. Grow up. Yeah, exactly. It's a solo sport, bro. Traveling, he said, so Fury is greater than Mayweather. I'm not saying Tyson Fury is the greatest fighter of all time. I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm saying. Ain't no greater than nothing. That's what you might as well say. It's a different sport, bro. And don't say that. Is he going to beat him? There you go. That's your answer. You got to find something else to say about little fighters other than them being the greatest. They're the greatest. If you're the greatest, you should beat them. So you answer your own question on that, bro. Oh, Tyson Fury's greater than Mayweather. He'll whoop his ass. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you for sure. He'll whoop his ass. I'm not ever going to tell you some little itty bitty dude is the greatest fighter of all time. Especially when you talking, but is Tyson Fury the greatest fighter of all time? No. But you want to give him over Ali, a guy that got to fight killers? Tyson Fury got to fight killers. Say what you want to say. He's got to fight killers if he actually fights them. But I don't know. Do you think he's going to beat him? Let me ask you that question. I didn't say backyard brawling. I said put him in a boxing ring, big homie. Put him in a boxing ring. Put him in a boxing ring. He'll beat him. So no. Get out of here, man. Dude. That man, Floyd Mayweather Jr., is 5'7", 140 pounds. He's this tall, bro. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. He's a better boxer than Floyd? No, he's not a better boxer than Floyd. He's not even a boxer. I didn't say he's a better boxer. Do you think he's beaten Butterbean? You want to say, okay, great. You know who the greatest boxer of all time is then? Chocolatito. Chocolatito's the greatest boxer of all time. That's who's the greatest fighter of all time. Let me do you like you trying to do me. The greatest fighter of all time is Chocolatito. Because I think Chocolatito is better than him. Why? Because I think so. Just because I think so. Chocolatito ain't got no chance in hell of beating him. None. But because I think he's got faster hands, I think he's a better now. I like his style more. Oh, it's him. Or how about this? I'll do Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Manny Pacquiao's the greatest ever. Why? Oh, because I like him. Dude, throw Floyd Mayweather in the junior with anybody that hits like Deontay Wilder. And if he beats him, he beats him. But get out of here, man. You're not wrenching up no little ass midget on me, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. Keep turning in Jim Lampley. I'm not turning in Jim Lampley. You guys listen to that. Pound for pound is pound for pound. If you want to ask me who the better fighter is, pound for pound, then I will say Floyd Mayweather Jr. is better pound for pound than Tyson Fury. But that's what you're doing. You're saying pound for pound. And pound for pound is hypothetical. The greatest fighter of all time is not hypothetical. You take hypothetical out of it, and then you're in trouble. I'm not doing hypothetical. Ask a question. Do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr., I got you, bro. Do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to beat Tyson Fury? Put a 1 in the chat if you think 5'6", 145 pound Floyd Mayweather is going to beat Tyson Fury. Tell me who wins the fight. And I mean, actually, I want hypotheticals gone. Because I'm going to teach you hypothetical. I'm not talking about, pound for pound is hypothetical. Nah, is he shrinking? Give him 6 feet. I don't care. Dude, you are talking hypotheticals. If you ask me who the greatest fighter of all time is, I'm going to tell you the guy that I think can beat anybody. That's my greatest fighter, greatest boxer of all time, is the guy that will beat any other boxer. Is there any room for that in boxing anymore? Or does that just not matter? Much love in this super chat. Davis only had 2 weeks to train for Benavidez and two the champ's best punches. Benavidez had a whole camp. Davis just tired out. He's gonna get knocked. Different levels, bro. Different levels. Different level of fighter, bro. But nah, man, I'm telling you, if you add, and I'm giving you very clearly, he's 5'6" tops. Yeah, he's 5'6". That man ain't no taller, no 5'6". I've seen Floyd. Quincy Carter, the whole sport is based off pound for pound. That's why they're weight classes. No, it's not. No, it's not, Quincy. There is no weight limit to heavyweight. No, Quincy. There's no weight limit to heavyweight. You're wrong. There is no weight limit on heavyweight. If you can be 180 pounds and fight at heavyweight. You can be 330 pounds and fight at heavyweight. Everybody has weight classes except the heavyweights. You're wrong, Quincy. You're wrong. Much love in that super chat. There are heavyweights that weighed 180 pounds. There are heavyweights that weigh 300 pounds. There's no rule in boxing preventing a guy that weighs 168 pounds from fighting at heavyweight. None. Harry Greb was a middleweight, fought at heavyweight. No rules. Heavyweight is not a weight class. It's limitless. Everybody other than a heavyweight fights in weight classes. Everybody but heavyweights. Floyd is 5'8". All right, he's 5'8". He's 5'8". When you get down here, my inches get confused, bro. Nah, bro, there is no heavyweight. There is no heavyweight. There's no weight class for heavyweights. Heavyweights is anybody can get it. Anybody can get it at heavyweight. Roy Jones Jr. weighed about 200 pounds at heavyweight. A little, like 196. And he didn't have to come in that heavy. He could have walked in the ring at 168. That's a weight. See? Trying to tell you, learn something new every day, bro. But I'm not giving, y'all just want me to tell you Floyd's the greatest. Boy, I don't think he is. And even if he did, I still wouldn't say Floyd. Still wouldn't say Floyd. I say Chocolatito. Since y'all want to give itty bitty little midgets, since you want to give all the midgets extra credit because they midgets, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Casanova Boxing and More said Prime Ali take them all. That's my point. That's why, because Ali can beat everybody. All right, and even if you say that, you say, well, no, Floyd is greater than Tyson. He made more money. He's more well-known, all of that. Okay, but Ali could actually beat him. Ali can beat everybody. Floyd can't beat everybody. Let's change it to that if you want that. But no, pound for pound, ain't no weight class at heavyweight, bro. Everybody can get heavyweight. Everybody can. And they stop because they got sense. Yeah, don't time out White Warrior. It's a good dude, bro. Anyway, that was fun, bro. Crank that gun. Hey, crank that gun for now. Oh, for sure. Bro, y'all got to give heavyweights credit, man. Y'all ruined unboxing with that little midget shit. Telling you, man, it's all that midget shit. I don't like all that, man. I don't like when Floyd says he's the greatest of all time. If you're the greatest of all time, dude, fight Roy Jones. Go ahead and fight Roy. Keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Keep going. He could have fought Gennady. Fight Gennady. You the greatest of all time? You the greatest fighter ever? Fight Gennady Golovkin. What's the problem? Henry Armstrong fought for the middleweight championship. Fight Gennady Golovkin. Right? You said too late on what? Exactly. Chocolatito. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, just like why not? Why not Chocolatito? Salvador Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez never lost. I don't believe he lost. Maybe he did. I don't think Salvador Sanchez lost. Or I like Duran. Yeah, Duran's the great. No, it's like, come on, man. And Floyd don't like heavyweights, by the way. Floyd don't like heavyweights for that reason. Because he got to look up at them. Yeah, I'm the greatest ever. Stop. How big is the ring, man? Let me tell you something, man. Look, I don't buy it, bro. If you the greatest fighter of all time, you should be able to beat every other fighter. And I don't think Tyson Fury can beat any other fighter. Every other fighter that ever fought. I don't believe it. So he ain't the greatest for me. There's an argument that Sam Langford could. There's an argument that Jack Dempsey could. I guess Jack Dempsey could. Right? All of that. And so anyway, Floyd beats the breaks off Tank. Yeah, he's too little. Too little for Floyd. Too little for Floyd. Too little. Ali was an old man. Yeah, see, Ali lost to Holmes. Ali didn't beat it. Yeah, he's okay. At 60 fights. Guess what? Ali won an Olympic gold medal. He didn't lose in the Olympics. Floyd lost in the Olympics. So, I mean, there you go. He wasn't undefeated in the Olympics with his bronze medal. Ali, Olympic gold medal. And he whooped his ass. Just stop. Little midgets. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry for cussing. Ali, not the greatest. Ali couldn't beat everybody because his legs. Okay. If that's how you think it, who's going to beat him? Who's going to beat him? Who do you think is a better fighter than Ali, Chillville? I'd be very interested to know. Who do you think is a better fighter than him? And I need to know. Who's a better fighter than him? Nah, he didn't get robbed. He lost. Nah, he might have got robbed, but it is what it is. He said, F you for 9, that's low. Exactly, bro. They tried to rob Ali. He's too good. He's too good. Floyd undefeated? No, he's not. He lost. He lost in the amateurs. Since we pulling up all kind of hypothetical crap. Who wins? James Toney or Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury. Much love in that super chat. Tyson Fury. Too big. Tyson Fury. Too big. Can beat him. Will beat him. Too big. Ask another question, though. Who wins? Tyson Fury or Evander Holyfield? Give me Evander Holyfield. He said, Mr. Martin Blackwell knows his boxing, but he definitely knows pound for pound. Keep up the good work, brother Fannon. Thank you, man. Dude, y'all talking pound for pound. I'm seriously. Y'all need to get your heads out of ESPN, bro. You guys are having an ESPN conversation, and I'm not interested in it. No joke. I'm not interested in hypotheticals, bro. When you talking about who the best fighters, who the greatest fighter of all time is, I don't want no hypotheticals, man. You guys are, in order for you on hypotheticals with Floyd. If they were the same size, if they were, and Floyd, and by the way, Ali fought way better competition than Floyd. Ali did not pick and choose who he fought. He did not pick and choose who he fought. He has Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer. Ali got dang near as many Hall of Famers. You know how they said that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s got 18 world champions? Ali probably got how many Hall of Famers did Ali fight and beat? Fight and or beat that are going to the Hall of Fame. He's beaten many of the best heavyweights ever. And in a decade where all the money was there. He ain't got Victor Ortiz and But anyway, I know y'all love Floyd. What's going on, rolling 60s? I'm chilling. I scared you, boy. I hope I ain't scare you off, bro. But dog, seriously, no pound for pound. No, I don't like that pound for pound stuff. That's He's pound for pound the greatest ever. I don't even think he's a pound for pound greatest ever. I don't. I do not think so. And honestly, I don't think he's the best welterweight ever. I don't think he beats Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't think he beats Thomas Hearns. I think he better go down there to one. If you had to put Floyd Mayweather Jr. in one place and compare him to the best in that weight range, got to keep him at 130 and at 135. You cannot do him at 147. Not for all time. Ali fought 15 Hall of Famers. 15. That's as many world. He said he got 18 world champions. Ali got 15 Hall of Famers. And ain't no way all those guys that got them belts that Floyd beat are going to the Hall of Fame. Robert Guerrero is not going to no Hall of Fame. Victor Ortiz ain't going to the Hall of Fame. Andre Berto ain't going to the Hall of Fame. Jose Luis Castillo probably ain't going to the Hall of Fame. Jermall Hernandez ain't going to no Hall of Fame. It ain't like that, man. I'm telling you. Ali fought all them dudes, man. Anyway, yeah, you got to compare him to like Duran. Like, you know what I mean? And see, that's another thing why I may be a little bit prejudiced against Floyd is when you put Duran and you leave Ali out of there, man, you talking that midget ball, bro. You talking that midget ball. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's the best fighter. All the best fighters are the guys that are at 135, 140 pounds. Yeah, that's the best. Man, that ain't the best boxing, bro. It's not. The best boxing is heavyweight boxing. No joke. That's the best. That's where you get the excitement. That's where you get the battles, bro. And until you guys start giving these heavyweights their chance, give heavyweights their props, we're going to be a secondary sport. Because on the real, people are only going to be interested in so many midgets. You know, they're only interested in so many midgets, brother. In my opinion. Anyway, man, that's enough beating up on the little dudes, bro. Oh, yeah, Manny Pacquiao's better than Floyd. Why? Oh, yeah, he's got Hall of Famers now. He got Hall of Famers. If Gotti goes to the Hall of Fame, that is off of some old popularity nonsense. But you know what it is. Wow, I'm disappointed, man. Hey, Quincy, if you want to have hypothetical conversations, then say pound for pound. This is a matter of definition, man. Say pound for pound, because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about pound for pound, and pound for pound is hypothetical. Weight classes are not hypothetical. However, you can leave your weight class. There ain't nothing keeping you there. You can move up. But if you are disappointed because I say Ali is a greater fighter than Floyd Mayweather Jr., then you are a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fanboy. Sorry. If you just want me to stroke Floyd Mayweather Jr. to make you feel better, I'm not going to do it, man. I appreciate you coming to the chat. I definitely appreciate you supporting it. But bro, you are clearly a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fan. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a great fighter. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not the greatest fighter ever, and you ain't ever going to get me to say it. You're never going to get me to say it. He is a lightweight. He is a little lightweight who made a lot of money and is a very, very good fighter. But at the end of the day, he's a little lightweight. And he did not have to fight the guys that Ali had to fight. He's not getting in the ring with guys like Ernie Shavers, who can literally concuss you with anything they hit you with. That's a different ball game, bro. The heavyweight division. Yeah, of course it's my opinion. Of course it's my opinion. Mar, of course it is. Of course it's my opinion. But it's a very sound opinion. And you don't and you're not going to get out of it in no argument with me. Because if you want it, because it's boxing. And everybody can fight at any weight class. There's no rules keeping Floyd out of heavyweight. There's not. If Floyd Mayweather moved up and beat a heavyweight, won the heavyweight championship, call him the greatest fighter of all time, because God dog, that's amazing. That little dude goes up and beats those guys, give it to him. I'll be the first one, going all day for him. But Roy Jones Jr. did it. And learn your boxing, because it's not pound for pound. It's not all that pound for pounds. And honestly, the pound for pound stuff isn't even what it's supposed to be. You just supposed to have one guy who's the pound for pound best. You know. But anyway, love the conversation with you. You never gonna get no Floyd Mayweather Jr. over Ali out of me. Ain't never gonna happen, bro. Fannon, you talking on both sides. You claim heavyweights can't be pound for pound, but now little guys can't be pound for pound either. I never said little guys can't be pound for pound. Real life living, I didn't say that. I did not say little guys cannot be pound for pound. Didn't say it. I didn't say that. Correct the record, bro. I never said that. Little guys can definitely be pound for pound. That's the only way you can consider them the best, is if you do pound for pound best. Pound for pound, he's better. Yeah, okay. Pound for pound, he's better. If you put these guys on the same size, he's better. But you will never be able to prove that because there's no way you can do it. You cannot literally make somebody you can't do it. There's no how you gonna do it? You ain't got no machine to make this guy on a video game. You know what I'm saying? On a video game. But anyway, Quincy, the entire sport is based off pounds. You're right. But that's not right. The entire sport is not based off of it. You have weight classes. You do. So talk about the weight class then. If you think it's all based off weight classes, then talk about the weight class. Say Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the best lightweight. Why you're trying to, you're the one, see, this is you being a hypocrite. You're trying to compare a guy that little to a guy that big. You're trying to make a comparison that doesn't have anything to do with pounds. And just say he's greater for what? You're taking away the pounds. If it's about pounds, cool. It's about pounds. And what I'm telling you is that big ass dude got all the pounds and is going to beat that little dude because he ain't got no pounds. Bro, either way you go, you're right. There are weight classes for a reason. And you know what the weight classes are there for? To protect little guys from having to fight big guys. It's there to help the little guy. It ain't there to help the big guy. Heavyweights would love no weight classes. Love it. Get rid of all the weight classes. They would love it. And you know what you would see? You would see a bunch of heavyweights. And you know what you would see Floyd doing? Riding a jockey. He'd be a jockey or something. You're right, but you're trying to take the pounds out of the equation. Seriously, man, stop. Like, it ain't gonna work, bro. You're not gonna convince me ever that a 5'8", 155-pound guy, because he beat a bunch of guys the same size as him, is a greater fighter than a guy that has to fight anybody, no matter how big they are. Deontay Wilder has to fight guys that are 60 pounds heavier than them, man. 60 pounds. Do you know what would have happened? The difference between what might have been the difference if Tyson Fury had to come down to 230 pounds and fight Deontay Wilder. If he had to squeeze down all the way down to 230 and fight Deontay Wilder, dude, he might have been exhausted and drained, and he wouldn't have been able to lay on him and weigh on him. Bro, you gotta be fair to the heavyweights, man. You know what I mean? These people don't listen. Salute for nine. Yeah, man. It's just that's fanboy. You new to the sport. How long you been watching the sport, bro? But that's all right. You remember that when they do that to Floyd. Anyway, so that's a great point. I'm telling you, dude. He said the whole weight class is about weight. Exactly. They got weight classes to protect Floyd Mayweather Jr. from other guys. And that's the truth. That 147-pound weight limit is there to protect guys under 147 from having to fight guys above 147. If they didn't have that weight division there, they would all have to fight those guys. 6'7", 130 pounds isn't even. I meant 230, not 130. 230. If I said 130, I meant 230. I meant 230. If Tyson Fury had to squeeze down to 230, that might change the fight, bro, significantly. You know what I mean? But there is no weight limit, bro, because Deontay Wilder is weighed in at the bridger, what they call the bridger weight now. Anyway, man, Don't get mad at me, bro. White Warrior said, hey, Fannon, like you said, Floyd fights great, but he's not a great fighter, straight from Rocky. No, I mean, look, bro, he is a great fighter. Without a doubt, he's a great fighter. He is. Great fighter. And here's the thing, too. There are heavyweights that he will beat. There are guys that weigh. Floyd Mayweather Jr. will beat up any old dude weighing 230 pounds getting in the ring with him. That little dude will beat that dude because he's a better boxer. He will. He'll outbox a guy 230 pounds. I'm sure most 230-pound maybe not trained, excellent fighters, he'll beat. You hear about Gervonta Davis sparring heavyweights all the time. Like, yeah, I spar heavyweights. Canelo spars heavyweights. They fight heavyweights. But you know what the heavyweights do? They pull punches. They're not laying into him, trying to hurt him or anything like that, bro. So I'm just saying, man, get a big dudes their credit, man. You know what I mean? Some guys that don't have to deal with the same stuff that they have to deal with. That's not fair, man. It's not fair to the bigger guy. In my opinion, you know? All that weight isn't good, though. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I'm disappointed, Quincy, that you say you're disappointed in me. I'm fair to boxers, man. And I'm going to be fair here. Who's the best in your opinion? Man, you guys got to like define things. If you're talking about pound for pound, who's the best fighter right now? Like, who is the most skilled fighter? When you look at the scoring criteria of boxing, the scoring criteria of boxing, I think the best fighter who is pound for pound is Terrence Crawford. I think he is the best when you consider the scoring criteria in boxing. When you look at effective aggressiveness, defense, clean, effective punching, and ring generalship, I think the best fighter is Terrence Crawford right now. For my money, he's the best. Now, that's not saying that he's going to beat everybody, because there's guys that are close and got different styles that may cause you problems. You know what I mean? Like Kid Galahad is a better pound for pound fighter than Kiko Martinez. That did not stop Kiko Martinez from knocking his out. Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat, bro. He said, I said after the second fight that Wilder needs to beef up because that was Fury's tactic in winning. Wilder did beef up, but he needed 15 more pounds, I believe. Nah, man, he's just, dude, the thing with that is, much love in the super chat, is that Tyson Fury is a better fighter, bro. First of all, I think Tyson Fury is on steroids, which allows him to keep his endurance because he had so much endurance. About that fight, he never got tired. He stayed. So I think number one, Tyson Fury gets help with his endurance. However, he's a more skilled fighter than Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder could have got him out of there, but because he's so big, he was able to take the shot. The fact that he was so big allowed him to absorb that power and get back up because he's as big as a damn buffalo. If he was any smaller, he would have got knocked out. He wouldn't have been able to absorb all of that. And Deontay Wilder would have knocked him out like everybody else when he hit him with that. Because, dude, he hit him with something that would have knocked any and everybody else out. And he did it like 4 times. But the guy could take the punishment. Don't be surprised, though. Do not be surprised if Tyson Fury is not the same after that fight. Especially after seeing him get hit and all of that rock through his body like that. Do not be surprised if Tyson Fury gets knocked out by like Dillian White. Telling you. Do not be shocked. Because somebody can land decent shots on him is going to knock him out. Because I think he's taking too much punishment, bro. Anyway, y'all want me... Floyd, here. Let me change my tune so I can make you feel better. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a greater fighter than Muhammad Ali. He's a greater fighter. Even though there's no chance in hell of him beating the guy. He's a greater fighter. He's a better fighter than him. Because I think if they were the same size that he could beat him. It's just that shit don't make no sense to me. Sorry. Traveling Trav said, we don't know how good Mayweather or Canelo would be if they went up to heavyweight if Frazier and Tony was giving them dudes problems. Much love in that super chat. Bro, they're great middleweights. They're great light. See, it's not hard to say if you don't want to get greedy. if you don't want to get greedy with him, then it's not hard. Listen to how you say it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the greatest fighter to ever fight from 147 pounds down. Floyd Mayweather Jr. could beat any fighter from 147 pounds down. If you said that, you could actually have an argument that made sense. You wouldn't have to deal with pound for pound hypotheses. You wouldn't, because what could you say? Oh, he's too big for Salvador Sanchez. He would knock out Salvador Sanchez. Oh, he's too fast for Roberto Duran, and he's too good of a counterpuncher for Roberto Duran. He would have beaten Roberto. You can make those arguments because you could actually make the argument that he could beat the guy in real life. See what I mean? You could actually make that argument. You could say with Roy Jones, oh, I think Roy Jones is the best fighter from 175 pounds down. Nobody below 175 pounds could ever beat Roy Jones. But see, you guys want to be greedy like Floyd, and you want to take everything. You want to say he's the best, he's the greatest fighter ever when he couldn't beat everybody. He's too small. You know what I'm saying? Just what it is, bro. Jeffrey said, well, if he was on steroids, then his skills and be a better fighter is all out the window. He cheated then. I mean, no, he's got better skills, bro. No doubt, bro. He does. I don't think that is a doubt. He's got, as they say, more tools in his arsenal. He's been boxing from a lot earlier age. He understands what's going in the ring, what's going on in the ring with Tyson Fury. He was hitting him with them left hooks, bro. Them left hooks was there all day for him. He's a very, very good fighter, bro. He's a very, very good fighter. And that is the truth. Cheating aside, bro, cheating got him over the edge, and yeah, he was going to take every bit of advantage, but the guy can still fight. And I think that's being fair to Tyson Fury. That's about as fair as I can be to him. Aaron Gonzalez said, I think Floyd in his prime loses to Tony like Charlo. James Tonnier is too small. He's just too small. He should never have to fight him. He's too small. You know what I mean? He's too small. Ron Miller said Wilder's problem is his lack of defense against a taller guy. I don't think he could use that defense against a guy that tall because he's used to being taller than everybody. And I think that's the problem with him because he's used to being a lot taller than everybody, bro. Roy Jones Jr. will beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's too small. Floyd is too small for Roy. In a prime Roy Jones Jr., way too small. He'll get mopped. He'll get knocked out. I think he gets stopped. If he ever tried to fight at 160, meet him at 160, he's too small. However, to make my Floyd Mayweather Jr. fans feel better, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a better pound for pound fighter than Roy Jones Jr. But if you say who's going to win the fight, Roy Jones Jr. will beat him. There you go. Because Roy Jones Jr. is too big for Floyd. And he's every bit as fast, and he's a very good boxer. So I think that would be a problem with him. He's too small. And I think that's fair to Floyd and not being unfair to other people at the same time. Mar 856 said, who's my favorite fighter win? Active fighter? My favorite active fighter is Errol Spence. That's my favorite. That's who I cheer for, Errol Spence. That's my favorite fighter active right now. Followed by a slew of young fighters. Oh, Deontay Wilder is a big fighter of mine. You know, Quincy Carter said, drain Ali down to 147, watch Floyd whoop his ass. There you go. All right, fair enough. I'll take it, Quincy. I'll take it. He would. No doubt about that. Drain him down and he got him. Because Ali all but died doing it. That's a big age. It was a big dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, that's good. I like how we get end that on a good note, Quincy. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Would Floyd beat Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? Yes. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Good fight, though. Be a good fight. It'd be a good fight. Because Julio Cesar Chavez Senior. I'm not even going to say junior. I mean, senior. I'm going to get rid of it. Julio Cesar Chavez, the only one that counts, is a hell of a fighter, man. Let me check these likes, man. We got 400 likes, man. Come on, man. Let's get the likes over 400, bro. Let's get the likes. Yeah, Arrow's my favorite fighter right now because he wants to fight everybody. Arrow's my favorite fighter. My favorite heavyweight is Deontay Wilder, followed by Jared Anderson. Favorite heavyweight, Deontay Wilder. Favorite up-and-coming heavyweight is Jared Anderson. Favorite cruiserweight, I could not care less about cruiserweight. Have no pick in cruiserweight. I wish they'd get rid of the division and I wish they'd flush that whole division and just throw them all up there in heavyweight so we can see some good fights in heavyweight, bro. I'm telling you, these little dudes will beat these big guys. I'm telling you, man, it's cruiserweights be moving up and winning heavyweight championships, man. They need to stop protecting them big, tall dudes by splitting up the division. And then 175, my favorite 175-pound fighter is Beterbiev. After that, favorite 168 is David Benavidez. Favorite, I think the best middleweight is Demetrius Andrade. My favorite, though, is probably Jermall Charlo. But Demetrius Andrade, I think, is the best at 168 at 160 right now. Best 154-pounder, Jermall, even though he's an idiot a lot of the times. But I rock with Jermall. 147 is Errol Spence Jr. 140, I ain't got no dog in that hunt right now. That's cleared out. Josh Taylor's the best there, but I don't like Josh Taylor. So I hope Josh Taylor loses. But he's the best at 140. 135, best at 135 right now, I do believe, is Gervonta Tank Davis. But he hasn't proved it. The guy that is the top at 135, because he deserves it, is Teofimo Lopez. Best 130-pounder right now, Shakur Stevenson. Best 126, Gary Russell Jr. Best 122, I think it's Stevie Fulton Jr. Best 118, probably Monster Inoue. Best 115, I stopped paying attention at the midget divisions. So those, I don't pay attention below 115, below 118. Those guys, I'm like, whatever with them dudes, pretty much. I ain't got time. Hey, matter of fact, at 115, I switch off and I look at the women. Women boxing is getting, hey, dude, if y'all ain't paying attention to women's boxing, you need to start watching women's boxing. Women's boxing right now is in a golden era. I am telling you, golden era for women's boxing right now. It is on and cracking in women's boxing. Jeffrey Brooks, much love in the super chat, bro. Thank you so much for the support. He said, now for 9. If you're taking steroids on top of being a skilled fighter, then we don't know how much skills he got him over the edge and how much the steroids did play a factor. Fatigue was an issue. I agree. I cannot lie. Commendable point that I shall not debate. You are right. Because you don't know. Because the man gets to throw punches for long periods of time because he's on that juice. And he's on that juice. If I get to say Canelo's on that juice, it's all that. Which is why I do all these dudes that don't get tired. I don't trust none of them. Any of these guys that do not, anytime these guys don't get tired, I don't believe any of them. Hold on one second, man. Let me check the Cash App. And I don't think, just because sometimes I forget to do it, but no, I don't see nothing. And if there was, I would say thank you. But I appreciate y'all. All right, cool. And then my man in that super chat again, no bad vibes in the building. Said I'm late on this Fannon because I just joined your lives, but I feel like Bud is the perfect fighter. Spence has almost everything, but Bud has everything. Fair enough. Yeah, but here's my thing. No bad vibes, and I like that name. No bad vibes. Because I need to get on that, bro. And shout out to my man for that debate in the comment section, Quincy. Hey, dog, you my dude. I like the conversation, man. And we can disagree just like we got Canelo fans in here. We might actually put a 1 in the chat if you're a Tyson Fury fan. Put a 1 in the chat. I still don't think I ever got my Tyson Fury fans back. But because of all of that, man. All of that was a lot. But yeah, man. But that don't mean he's going to beat him. Because if you have a lot of one thing, you can do some damage, bro. If you got a lot of one thing and you can't deal with what he brings, that's like that. You got an army. Yeah, you got like 15. Watch this. You got 15 men standing in front of me, and y'all trying to fight me, all 15 of y'all, and I got a semi-automatic rifle, brah, that weapon is going to get you 15, especially if you 20 yards away from me. I'm a spray. You know what I'm saying? I got a Gatling gun. Y'all better get out of there. You know what I mean? One weapon can beat a bunch of weapons. 15 men's wielding knives, me sitting on a hill with a Gatling gun. I'll take my money. Gonna get you. Man, what's going on? Jose in the building said, what's good for now? Rosado. Sorry. Rosado was dominated. You agree? Oh, he got beat. He got beat at the game he wanted to fight. Absolutely. He got beat at the game that he wanted. He got beat convincingly, soundly. I'm 100% there with him. Dominated may not be that. I don't know if it was dominated, but it was good. Sebo in the building said, if Boots stay on point, clear the lane. Oh, yeah, clear the lane. 100%. Much love in that super chat, man. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Hey, man, let me see if we got them 400 likes, man. 408 likes, man. That's what's up, man. But if you just got into the chat again, hit the likes, man. We have some good conversations. Renee Box said Benavidez never gets tired. Yeah, but he ain't really doing nothing. That's a different one, bro. He ain't really loading up on nothing. Yeah, but Benavidez got that, Benavidez got that stamina too. He does. Hopefully he don't pop dirty, bro. Please don't pop dirty. But you right about that. Quincy Carter said it's all love for now. That's what's up, man. Thank you, brother. And that's important to me, Quincy. Much love in the chat, man. Thank you, Souther. Thank you. Because sometimes when I get animated and all that stuff, some people may get offended, and I definitely didn't want to offend you, man. I don't want to overdo the debating that I do. Because sometimes I can get kind of, I can get a little over the top with it. White Warrior said, does White Warrior, hey, Fahim, does White Warrior need a wrench? Let me know. Because I think with that name, White Warrior, he may need some protection. He may need some protection out there, bro. Canelo knocks out Benavidez in 7. Nah, I don't see that, man. I'm telling you, that's a 12-round fight. 12-round fight. Canelo Alvarez is going to win by a decision. And Canelo Alvarez will never be the same again. And then the next guy that beats Canelo is going to knock him out. That's my prediction for David Benavidez Canelo if Canelo fights him. I'm looking long haul on that. You say, hell no, got to prove himself. There you go. See, I got to check. Stick around, White Warrior, because we don't know you don't run out there with something. But I like us, but dog, he said White Warrior needs the manager and the cut man and Fannon as the coach. Yeah, man, but don't block him because of that name. don't block because that name could, you know what I mean? That name can get you got around these pots. Don't want to see that, not just off that name. Jeffrey Brooks in the building, man, holding down the chat, brother. Thank you, man. He said if Spence and Crawford never fight Boots, then it's impossible for them to be undisputed. So the winner of Spence Crawford needs Boots immediately. No, they can be undisputed in the belt sense of the word for sure. In the belt sense of the word, yeah, they can. As long as you get all the belts, you're undisputed. But that don't mean they ain't got to fight Boots. You know what I mean? All right, Cinnamon Savage. That don't mean they ain't got to fight Boots, though. That's for after that gets done, bro. He said, Quincy Carter said, Castano never slows down, drug tests him. Oh, exactly. Yeah, precisely. But, it is what it is. They're not going to, and that's the age that's where we live in boxing, man. We live in that time where they're not going to test you like that. They're not pushing for a clean sport. They're not. They're pushing for the money, and they're not looking for a clean sport. If guys can get away with it, they're going to get away with it. And if they're not, as long as they're not Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller got caught. Oh man, he don't make no money. Throw him under. We're going to do something with you. You know what I mean? Where they're going to make an example out of guys like Big Baby Miller. They're going to let guys like Oscar Valdez slide. You know, and that's just the truth, bro. You know what I mean? Who missed a lot against Charlo? Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, Boots is not a champion, so that's why you can have Undisputed without Boots right now. However, I will tell you this. They're going to have to deal with that, dog. No joke, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate the super chats, man. That helps a lot. Thank you, bro. And that's my man says supporting. That's important. Thank you, man. I don't want to say your name. Oh, Mar856 in that Cash App, brother. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that support. Thank you. And Deborah back in the building. What's going on, Deborah? How you feeling this morning, princess? Queen, how you feeling? Oh yeah, I got to talk about this for a second before we get past this. Alicia Baumgardner, hats off to women's American boxing. We got a lot of champions, bro. I think we may have more. I think the UK also taking the L's this weekend. I can't let the chat go by without saying something about the UK and that L they took this weekend. I can't let it slide, man. I got to do it, bro. I got to do it. Y'all know y'all sick. You know y'all are sick. Every time you start getting excited about your champions, they disappear, bro. And from journeyman, you know you did not see Alyssa Baumgardner 420 this morning. That's what's up, man. Get them likes up, man. See if we can get them likes over 500, man. Because I know some of y'all came and went. So some of y'all are new to the chat because we going longer. Come on, man. Hit that like, man. Because I know you in here. Man, I wish y'all would stop doing this with Alicia, with Alyssa, with her, bro. All right. With me, don't do that. All right. With Alyssa Baumgardner, don't do that. Okay? She's an attractive woman. Bro, she can fight. I hadn't seen her fight in a long time, man. I ain't gonna lie, because she wasn't getting a shot. They tried to treat her like she was a bum, bro. I'm telling you, man, they treated Alyssa Baumgardner like she was a straight up bum. They would not even let her. Do you realize that Nevada would not even sanction a fight? Would not sanction a fight between her and Michaela Meyer? Wouldn't sanction the fight. She got one loss and they would not even sanction the fight. And after you saw when she got in the ring and she started boxing her like that, I was like, what's this? Like, seriously, bro. I was like, what is this? This chick is out here looking like, dude, she looking like not something. She looking sweet. I was like, either this chick can really, really fight or she about to get knocked out. Because the way she was swinging her arms and using her head moving, I'm like, what? Why they act like she can't fight? I remember her getting signed when she first came out. She got a deal with like Evander Holyfield. I think she went pro with like Evander Holyfield, bro. Respect her getting their turf and winning. Exactly, bro. I think she got beautiful boxing, man. I'm talking about how she was boxing. Like, I mean, how she looks, that's one thing. I'm talking about how she was boxing. Man, she saw that overhand right coming off that jab. She came over the top of that jab, and she was setting it up, too. She whooped her in the first round, got her nerves out. Then after that, she's like, man, I see everything this girl's doing. Saw everything she's doing and got her up out of here. Yeah, that was Tony Harrison in her corner and got her up out of there. Dude, she can fight, man. Like, fight. So I'm like, cool. Now bring on Michaela Meyer, man. Michaela Meyer is a rough fighter, too. Very rough. Very tough. That's going to be a good fight, man. With all of these women fighters, man, this is a good time in boxing. Hopefully they don't protect, hopefully they don't make, waste their time. Because you know what Matchroom is? Matchroom is rematch room. You got to beat their champions 3 times. You know what I'm saying? They got a rematch clause. I think Matchroom puts a rematch clause in every contract. Because there's man, dude, after what Kiko Martinez did to Kid Galahad, dude, man, bring somebody else on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have flash knockouts like that at featherweight. Get your garbage, switching southpaw orthodox. Man, that dude was switching 6 times around for no reason. Just switching Caught him in the switch. Boom. Caught him fighting southpaw. You ain't no southpaw, bro. I'm not confused. And he, boom, got him out of there, bro. Loved it, man. Mr. De La Cruz said that champ from the UK was knocked out while she was standing up. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I wish they would have let that continue. Man, she was like, and then froze. She got hit and she was like, and froze, bro. Body locked, staring at the ground, bro. She was out of there, man. Out of there, bro. If that ref was on the other, that ref didn't give her, didn't even let her go down. She was gonna get lit up, bro. That was a one-sided. Hey, said the reporter blamed Eddie for bringing Alicia over there. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man, they think it's sweet. I'm telling you, they think they're fighters. It's their fighters, man. He has got to build up. Yeah, she was. I know. I'm just like, hey, man, I want to see a longer fight, bro. I was hoping she'd recover because I saw her hurt the round before. I was like, man, she hurt her the round before. Just like I saw Canelo Alvarez get hit by that body shot. Just like I saw Canelo Alvarez get hurt with a body shot. Get that back on that one. I saw him hurt by that body shot, bro. I'm glad Jose Benavidez said something because I saw that too. I saw him get hit with that body shot, get hurt with that body shot. And like, Nah, bro, that boy breaking down, bro. That boy breaking down. Mr. De La Cruz said, speaking of Tony Harrison, I really want to see him fight again. I feel he's way underrated. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely underrated. I hope he gets another championship fight. But he said, look, man, if he can't get a top guy, there just ain't nothing left for him. However, I will tell you this. He's slurring. So he probably doesn't need to fight anymore. This is about the right time for Tony Harrison to stop fighting. Just off his speech. It's the right time for him to stop. Because I listened to him and I was like, I hear it. I hear it. Nah, man, don't fight no more, please. I hope you train. Get you a great fighter, all of that, bro, and get into training and do that. Don't fight no more, bro. He said he was messing around too much his last fight. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I could hear it in his speech. It's very, very subtle, but I heard it. So I hope that Tony Harrison doesn't fight anymore. That may be bad. That may be bad to say. I mean, I'm not hating on Tony Harrison at all. I like him as a fighter, but once you hear it in his speech, then it's time to stop. Like Floyd, people don't see that with Floyd. Floyd is not out the water when it comes to that brain damage, bro. I'm telling you, he's not out the water. He need to stop fighting because his lip don't move. He talks like this. Floyd talks like this. Dude's got damage, bro. And the way that he's kind of going on, he's going on. And one thing I heard Floyd talk about, I was like, man, Floyd don't need to take punches from anybody. Not no trainer. I don't care who he is, YouTuber, anybody that is going to put a glove on his hand, even if it's covered up, and he hits him on his glove and his glove hits his head. Floyd don't need any more of that, man. No more. Please stop. Calvin said, what round did he take that? I think it was the 8th or the 9th round. It was maybe the 8th round. It was not long before, let me put it this way. It wasn't long before Canelo Alvarez knocked that boy out. It wasn't long before Canelo Alvarez knocked him out. But it was an inside shot to the body that Caleb Plant landed. It kind of tweaked him a little bit. You know what I mean? Now I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather Sr., that's obvious. And it's not gone anywhere for Floyd Mayweather Sr. But Floyd Mayweather, let me tell you this way. Roger Mayweather speaks more clearly than Floyd Mayweather Jr. does. By a hair. Roger Mayweather. Said, my concern is Spence, man. He looks different. Dude, yeah, he looks different because he got a new grill. He got a new grill and he got damage to his eye. So, yeah, but he looks different because of that grill. Yeah, he got a new grill. He's got a new thing, 2 teeth. But, hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully it ain't that. You said, wow, that's bad. I'm telling you, man, listen to Floyd talk and listen to Roger talk. Not Roger, I'm sorry. Floyd talk and listen to Jeff talk. I'm sorry, I transpose those names. I don't mean Roger. I know Roger, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. Yeah, man. And honestly, man, I keep forgetting Roger Mayweather passed. Man, I miss seeing him. Man, you don't know shit about boxing. That's a wild boy too, man. Renee Box Young, teach, I agree. Mentioned something like that in my live, bro. Can't put my finger on it. What is that? What is that? The thing about Floyd to me, oh, you talk, yeah, he looks different because his mouth is different. He does look different because he's got a new teeth in his mouth. Look at Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis looks different because when you get a new mouthpiece put in your mouth, you look different. You look different. And he's in a terrible, and he's got scarring on his face, I'm sure. But, you know, Roger is gone, man. Fannon said, you breaking my heart, man, but it's true. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I'm not hating on him, bro. He don't need no more exhibition matches. If those guys are doing him a favor, bro, do not get hit anymore, man. By even in sparring, man. He does not need to get hit no more, man. He need to keep that right, bro. Oh, Jesus. I know I blocked you, guy. Accidentally popped out, bro. Sorry about that. I know I blocked this clown, right? It's probably going to prevent me from blocking him again. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course it is. Man, BFTB, my dude. Yeah, I mean, y'all can say whatever you want, bro. That dude, about all that other nonsense, BFTB's my dude, bro. I don't go to his channel. I don't do that because these guys, man, they got an obsession with these cats, man. I'm telling you, these dudes are completely obsessed. Like serious man fans, bro. Serious man fans on that tip, bro. Renee Box Young, I said, give me a wrench, I'll take him. Oh yeah, Renee, you ain't got a wrench? Yeah, for sure, Renee. There you go. I thought you had one, man. I thought you had one, Renee. My bad. You kicked him out and you kicked him out and you kicked him out. What are you talking about? Yeah. I'm sorry. I kicked myself out the chat, bro. That's my bad. Yeah, dude, anybody coming over here with anybody's name in it, starting shit, that is completely and utterly a troll. Every time, bro. Every single solitary time. That is a troll. And a very small-minded troll, bro. Very small-minded one. Hey, Cinnamon Savage said, Floyd's been struggling to put his senses together for a while. Fannon, that's why he's always pausing. Yeah, man, but you know what really got me, Cinnamon Savage? The lad, when he went to and he started talking about he gave that when Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero no worries, Renee. And when Rolly Romero and Gervonta Davis were speaking, that's when it really hit me that he's in a loop. Like he looks like he's in a loop. Because he's saying the same thing about his career. And it's like, it seemed for a minute like he didn't know where like he didn't really know where he was. You know, because he wasn't talking about the fight. He's just talking about himself. And I was like, man, he's stuck on bragging about himself. But at the point in time, I was like, that's what older people do. They start talking about the best parts of their career, the best parts of their life, and they start repeating it. And that's kind of what he's doing, man. You know what I mean? Said 214 said, who has the energy to make fake accounts? The same guys that got boxing channels that try to keep up a lot of stir so people go watch their channels. Same goofy dudes that do that stuff. It's always the same crop of clowns, bro. You know what I mean? Always the same crop of clowns, man. Moses says, hey, by the way, in Vegas, I ran into Teofimo, Valdez, even Freddie Roach. Oh my man, Freddie Roach, bro. Whoa, Freddie Roach. We're all great to the fans. Took time for picks, singing and answering questions. Yeah, man, that's why I really like boxers. They'll do that. Boxers are way nicer than like NBA players, bro. Your average NBA player, bro. The average NBA player that I've been around, has thought that they were like on another planet from people, bro. With the exception of some people, I met Theo Ratliff. Theo Ratliff was like one of the nicest guys. You know, but some of these dudes, man, they just look like what's that dude's name? Elton Brand. Bro, Elton Brand is the biggest jackass. Scottie Pippen was terrible. Like Michael Jordan, I could understand because Michael Jordan got 1 million people on him. But Scottie Pippen was one of the biggest jerks, around, dude. When he was in the 90s, man, anybody that met him was like, man, this guy's what a jerk, bro. Like, man, you try to say, hey, Scottie, fuck you. Like, man, you just a terrible person, man. You know? You're a terrible person, bro. Just Scottie Pippen. You know, but like you meet like I think Floyd's a pretty decent cat, man. He did, first time I met him, or I saw him, he did look, because I stared at him too long. You could tell, I was like, looking at him, I was like, is that Floyd? And he kind of looked back and mean mugged me back. Like what you staring at? Like, I was like, no, man, I'm just saying what's up, and kept it pushing. F. Scott said, I live on the same block as Teddy Atlas, coolest cat in the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine Freddie Atlas is one of the coolest dudes. No doubt about it, man. I mean, most of the boxers that I met have been nice guys. Seriously. Like, after they retired, like, I met, Sharmba Mitchell was cool. Man, Sharmba Mitchell looked so beat up, man. Like, woo, he looked beat up, man. Them boxers, they take too long. They look beat up. But it is what it is. Errol Spencer's a really nice guy, man. I saw Terrence Crawford interact with fans. Terrence Crawford treated fans very well in Dallas. Very, very well, man. Like, Jermall Herring's a nice guy. You know, I think maybe because they actually need their fans, you know what I mean? And maybe they're noticed a lot less than professional basketball players. But whatever it is, man, you know, they were nicer guys, man. Petty Killmonger, what's going on, bro? I didn't read any of your comments today. Let me get you, man. He said Floyd bodyguards won't let him get within 10 feet. I was in South Beach, Miami. Yeah, that was before. When I saw Floyd, it was before all of that. That was when you could walk up and talk to Floyd. All that stopping after the Oscar De La Hoya fight. After he beat Oscar De La Hoya fight, it was like, you know, it was a wall put around him after that. You know what I mean? That was after the Oscar De La Hoya fight. And he probably needs it too. He needs the bodyguards for sure. You know? Because he talked too much, bro. He needs the bodyguards, bro. So, yeah, Errol Spence and Herring. Jermall Herring's, you know, I like Jermall Herring, man, but Jermall Herring did some old, what do you call that old shit? What do you call that shit? Yeah, you guys are, yeah, you have fantasies about black men. I got you, bro. Be Easy said, great live today, Fannon. Glad to get back. Vacation over, unfortunately. Hey, man, I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation, man. Ever since I started this website, developing this website, and keep your eye out on this thing that I'm looking for, man. Y'all buy, we're going to get your fitness supplies to you. Aaron Burnett said, aren't the Charlo twin great guys when meeting fans? Man, let me tell you something. Aaron Burton. It is almost impossible for me to believe that Jermall Charlo is nice when you meet him. I would have to, I can't believe it. He seems mean when he's talking to his friends. Like, he's just always stuck on overdue. You know what I mean? He said, I met Jerron in this too, and he's definitely is one for the fans. Yeah, I mean, he looks like a nice guy. But Terry Norris, a great dude. Yeah, man, boxers, by and large, when you meet them, are nice guys, man. And they appreciate you saying something to them. Hey, man, big fan of you. Only thing that gets me is their hands. They got the most fragile hands. Like, their hands look like they're brittle. Like, brittle hands. Like, you wouldn't think a guy that could knock you out. Jose Rodriguez said, why is BFTB so full of hate? He's not been bullied. Bro, he just likes to cuss you out. He ain't full of hate. He'll just cuss you out. Just wild. I don't think he hates anybody. If you actually talk to him and are polite to him, but he definitely got PSD. Dude is a combat veteran. He's a combat veteran. If you say something wrong to combat veterans, bro, you don't know what they're gonna do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man, BFTB is my dude. He's not everybody's, he ain't everybody's cup of tea, but BFTB, that's the guy for me. You know? That's the guy for me. You ain't never gonna hear me say nothing bad about BFTB. I like BFTB a lot, bro. He said, "Oh, say Fannon, the one on the chat. You talking about that guy? Don't call him BFTB. Call him fake BFTB then. Oh, that guy? He's just, Myron Jackson said, "What up, Fannon? Porter versus Spence. Can't wait. Much love in that super chat." Oh, I'll tell you why he's doing it more and more because people acted like they didn't know. I'll put it that way. Because he did it once. He did it once and he got away with it. That's why he thinks he can be successful. Because he did that somewhere where people wanted to believe that shit. That's what it was. Like all of a sudden, some cat that comes by like that, people really think it's me. Really think it's me. Oh, it's definitely him. No, bro, that definitely was not me. But thank you very much, bro. Anyway, so he got away with it once. And so he's just going to keep going and hoping that somebody falls for it. Salute to BFTB, the homie. Yeah, absolutely, bro. BFTB is the homie, man. Without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. Duran was foggy like the Charlos, especially against Leonard. Yeah. BFTB definitely has PSD. He even admitted that he saw children get caught in a crossfire where he was stationed and it killed him inside. Yeah, man. I mean, he's a veteran, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I cut him. He's a combat vet. And I cut combat. First of all, I cut combat vets a lot of space, number one, and I cut him a lot of slack. A lot of slack and a lot of space. And because that dude is what it is, man. He said, Teach BFT goes hard. I'm afraid to chat in. Yeah, he'll go on you, bro. He'll go on you, but he's the dude, man. Yeah, he said that's crazy that PSTV is. Yeah, mental illness ain't no joke, bro. PTSD is mental illness. And, bro, there's a lot of people that suffer from mental illness. There's a lot of people whose brains are hurt in this society, bro. It is. It's nothing to joke at, and it's really nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing and if you got it, ain't nothing to hide about it either. Shit happens in life, bro. You know what I mean? People damage their knees. Some people damage their brains, bro. It is get their brains damaged. And a lot of us have that going on, man. A lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you, man, I've had very hard times in my life, bro, that have made me snap off in ways that I didn't think I'd snap off, But it's there, bro, and it happens. Happens to the best of us, happens to the worst of us, man. Mr. M. Pride said, man, Martin, I thought I was the only one that saw Plant hurt Canelo to the body in the 10th round. Yeah, man, they act like it didn't happen. Yeah, you ain't the only one. You are definitely not the only one that saw that. But, that gets erased the next day. But look, man, I got to get up out of here, man. She said, but he speaks the truth. So respect Fannon. BFTB does agree with you about Andrade. Oh, he does? Yeah, I don't disagree with him about a lot of stuff. But here's the thing with BFTB. If I disagree with BFTB, I know full well BFTB has very sound logic behind his opinion. I don't ever have to worry about that. And in fact, anytime that BFTB disagrees with me, I always double check myself. Every time. If I say, oh, I think this is the case, and I hear the BFTB say something that he thinks is different, I will always double check myself and say, hold on, let me rethink that, bro. Let me rethink that. Let me go back through that again and see if that's the case. Because he's such a very reasonable person, bro. But anyway, man. Yeah, BFTB's the dude, man. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, supporting the chat. And with that, I'm going to check you guys out tomorrow. Peace.